Hi, nice
What's your
to meet
favorite
you.
soup?
Yeah,
I don't
nice
know.
to meet you. I was orphaned at 2.
The Last Wish. My Crumble Weebs, my name is Cole, his name is Mike, his name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 240 of AniPro. And on this week's episode, we are reviewing the manga Magical Girl Dandelion.
I was wondering if you're going to go Dandelion or Dandelion or Dandelion.
I like Dandelion. I didn't even think to pronounce it that way, but I like that. I like that.
I think
Magical Girl
I don't know, it has a ring.
Popo.
There you go.
Is that
Her name means
that's her
Dandelion.
name. Yeah,
her name means
it's
Dandelion in Japanese.
Dandelion. They're all floral. They're all floral.
that's
it's a very floral manga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's true. I checked it. I read it. I read it myself and everything.
I did the homework.
I did the homework. We'll see if I remember reading it, which is like the main question lately.
Well, at least remember reading it in like 3 months' time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mike, you missed my absolutely outrageous. I completely forgot that we reviewed Black Torch when we were doing the.
That's funny.
We were doing the preview, and Cole was like, "What is this shonen slop?" And I was like, "Cole, we read this."
I legitimately.
Cole, you know this Shonen slop. You actually kind of enjoyed it.
It was an interesting read. It was an interesting read. Sorry for my my unusual intro. Leave a like for that unusual intro. Mike's here today. Michael,
Hi, I'm here.
Michael, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you guys too. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jay,
Quite
it's
a while.
Jay, it's good to see you too. I missed
No,
you.
it's not.
I missed you
Don't
both.
lie.
I
Don't
missed
lie
you
to the
both.
people.
I missed you both.
I
I even
missed you.
saw Jay today, like I said earlier before the podcast.
Oh.
You saw
In
me. I
passing.
did not see you. I was listening.
Oh,
to
that's the way I
music.
like it. Don't worry, it happens a lot.
You watched him walking in the rain
Yeah.
and then just
singing probably.
drove past him.
No, you look pretty occupied with your groceries. I think you're like the look on your face said, I want to get home as fast as possible and out of this rain because I do not have an umbrella. And then also some guy in a black Volkswagen Golf just splashed a huge puddle at me.
That did not happen.
He drove off the road onto the curb.
Yeah.
It was more so I want to get home quickly because my phone is super low on battery and I don't want it to die while I'm listening to music because that would be sad.
That would be
Yeah,
sad.
you did have your headphones in. I did see that. You had your
Yeah.
AirPods in.
Yeah, nobody wants to like be alone with their thoughts, you know.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. That's
That's seventh layer of hell type stuff.
yeah. Jay, I'm going to
Hello.
I don't want to talk to Mike right now.
I
What's
don't either.
on your mind, Jay?
I'm glad you asked. Well, how apropos that we're recording an anime podcast because this week I watched anime
Oh my god.
Whoa.
for the first time. When do we ever do a What's on Your Mind and we actually like watched anime?
I feel like at the start of a season, that feels like when we watch a lot of anime.
yeah, you're watching
Yeah.
a seasonal anime, right? Like
No,
a new modern
no,
anime.
No,
Yeah.
I'm watching a show from 1998 actually.
Well, that's not that old.
Oh, okay. That's
It's
Cole, I got news
28
for you,
years
buddy.
old. Pretty recent. I am watching a little show, unknown, but very apropos for this episode. I am watching Cardcaptor Sakura.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
Nice.
Jay. Oh my god.
The crowd's actually going wild. That's crazy.
And the crowd
Well,
goes wild.
Well, they should. It's a pretty good show. I've only seen like the first 2 episodes so far, but like I'm enjoying myself.
It's my favorite magical girl anime.
I
Yeah.
need to watch it. I really do.
It's-
I haven't watched it since I was like 12.
Yeah, and you watched like Card Captors. Jay, could you
I watched-
please regale us with the Card Captors theme song?
No, we already got that like
You've been
2
singing
weeks
that.
ago.
I heard that part. Yeah. It's beautiful, by the way, Jay. Excellent rendition.
Mhm.
You flatter me. You flatter me.
No, I love Card Captor Sakura. I love, like, of course, the story in it is great. The characters in it are
Mhm.
really good. But, like, just that aesthetic of, like, a late 80s, late 90s anime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good, though. It's so good, though.
I love how, like, it plays against the tropes of, like, oh, she has to keep it a secret. Like, episode 2, after she becomes a magical girl, someone already finds out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That she's a magical girl. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not, like, a huge deal or anything.
And don't worry, she'll try to keep it a secret as well.
Mhm.
Recording her constantly on her camera, which I feel like is a major liability for somebody who's trying to keep their identity under wraps.
Yeah.
No one can know who I am. Here's photographic evidence of me.
Can you film me?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think Sakura really had a choice. I think what's her name?
No, she just does it.
What's her name?
Friend.
Her cousin. It's
Is it
it's
her
Madison.
cousin?
It's Madison in the dub.
It's probably not
Tomoyo
Madison in the sub, I would imagine.
Tomoyo. Yeah, that's
Tomoyo
okay.
in the sub. I didn't even know that they had. I mean, I should have known because it was
That era,
classic
yeah.
English dubs where they
Mhm.
did change them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it like went right over my head that they would have had a different name in the dub.
Yeah, I think her Sakura's name was Sakura or however they pronounced it, and then her last name was like Avalon. I want to say. I think
it
it
just
is
feels so
Avalon.
like
yeah. Okay. I knew it was like Avalon or like something A.
Mhm.
Yeah.
that just feels like so like interdimensional cable when you like know a character, like when you hear like Usagi from Sailor Moon or something like that, and it's like actually her name used to be Sarah in the English dub. It's like
what was
Sarah Johnson?
What
No,
was
it's not, I don't know.
Sarah's
I don't remember what it actually is, but she did have an English. It wasn't Usagi. I forget what it was. Was it Lisa?
No. It was. Oh my god, that was.
But it just feels like it's cognitive
Serena.
dissonance. It's like that. Serena.
That's
it.
it. Yeah.
It's like that. That can't be right. That can't be right.
Yeah, it's,
But at one point in time, it was right, and I believed it because I would sneak away and watch these shows.
or even like
boy.
when back in the day watching Pokemon, like hearing Ash's name was Satoshi. It's like that doesn't make sense.
That's not Ash's name is Ash.
That's not his name. He's Ash. Okay, Ash is the exception to this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Ash.
It's Ash Ketchum. At least, you know what? At least card captors had the balls to stick with Sakura.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
I do like for Ash, going back to Ash, like mentally, my headcanon there a little is that Ash is just short. It's his nickname. He's actually Satoshi.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's
like
close.
his nickname.
They tried to like keep it relatively close, I guess. You know,
Yeah,
Satoshi.
Ash is kind of close, right?
Ash.
Satoshi. Yeah,
let's go
I don't know.
Ash.
It's not a good
Ash.
headcanon, but it's the one I got.
And then what's his last name? Well, he goes and he catches him. Oh, catch him.
Catch him.
Yeah.
What's his last name in the sub? Actually, I genuinely don't know.
I was just looking that up. He doesn't have one. It's just Satoshi.
It's just Satoshi.
Oh, he's that big of a celebrity, hey?
Yeah, he's
he's
like
eponymous or whatever they call
I mean,
it.
he is the world
Shakira.
champion of Pokemon.
He's the world champion. He's like all those Brazilian soccer players who only have like one name, like Neymar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I think
did you know
I think in one of the other dubs, his name is Sasha.
Sasha.
Okay, it's
Sasha Ketchum.
like Sacha Baron Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen, is that it's the comedian Borat?
Yeah,
you know who I'm talking about.
I got who you meant.
Somebody out there knows.
Yeah.
The old man makes a reference to something no one remembers. That's me. That's what
it
I
is
do.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's pretty close.
No, that's correct. Yeah, you got it. You
I
nailed
said
it.
Bara. I said Bara.
Oh,
But
well,
you know what?
I didn't.
I do my
Just
best.
Just take it. Just take it.
I
you
can't
did good.
Take the dub and walk away.
I can't accept this dub, you know? I can't accept it.
Do you want the L? I can give it to you.
I'll take the L, you know? I'll take
Okay.
the L on this one, guys.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Say your
Okay.
catchphrase.
I'm gifted in some ways. Other
At least
ways?
one way. At least one way.
Possible ways.
Say the line, Bart.
What was the line in that? Does he say Cowabunga?
I think so. I think it's Eat My Shorts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Eat my shorts. That's his catchphrase. I was thinking of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michael. Cowabunga.
They came up recently at my work. We were discussing who would be which Ninja Turtle.
Who would be which
curious.
Ninja Turtle here?
That's what I was just going to say, is like, which of the three of us? The one they came up with, I think it was the purple one.
Michelangelo?
I don't remember, well, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, because of the big stick.
Which one's like the techie, nerdy one?
That's Donatello.
Is that Michelangelo?
Donatello. I'm sorry, Donatello. I'm an idiot. Michelangelo's the cool one. That's clearly not Mike.
That's clearly not me. They basically came up that I was like the tech support one, who's like kind of just like fixes problems.
It's Leonardo
behind the scenes.
leads, Donatello does machines, Raphael is cool but rude, Michelangelo's a party dude.
No, I know. I just mixed up the names. Donatello is the purple one. Michelangelo is the orange one.
I'm Donatello, I think is what we decided. I think that was actually a good. I think that fits. Cole,
we're all Donatello.
Are we all Donatello?
See, I feel like
it's Donatello all the way down.
Yeah.
I don't know the Ninja Turtles enough to even make an argument, honestly.
You didn't have any Ninja Turtle phase at all? You didn't watch it when you were a kid?
I watched like the old movie, like the live action one.
Yeah.
Like a handful of times. That's about it.
Yeah. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle though, Jay?
Leonardo as a kid.
Leonardo, yeah.
Okay. He leads. He's a leader.
Yeah. He's got two swords.
Also, he had swords, and that was cool.
Swords is always cool.
He's got the two katanas, yeah.
I feel like, Cole, you're going to have some contrarian pick here. You're going to be like, it's actually Master Splinter.
No, my favorite was always Raphael. Always.
Is Raphael the one who has the little sticks, the little kunai? Kunai with chain?
The side.
No, he's got the little, like the three...
They're called size.
They're called size, but I'm trying to explain them so that Mike knows.
That's what I'm talking about. I thought
they're like little daggers.
Like they're like little daggers. Yeah. The two little daggers.
So size are meant to be like, they're called like sword catchers. So like he's basically the hard counter to Leonardo.
He's also the hot-headed one.
Yeah.
He's the angry one, and he's red.
So that'd be you because you're red and angry.
I was like the red. The red characters were always my favorite.
And Jay would be Leonardo?
Jay liked Leonardo. So he had, because he likes the swords.
Yeah.
And I mean, Leo's cool. He's a bit too like by the book, though, you know? He's a little square. Little L7.
A little bit.
Yeah.
L7. What is that?
L7. Mean? Like L7.
Oh, square. Gotcha. Like square. I've never heard that before.
It's from Ninja Turtles.
Is it actually?
It's from the 90s cartoon. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Those like people from the future, Jay. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I didn't watch as much of the original 80s cartoon. I watched the 03 cartoon.
Yeah.
Which was a lot closer to the comic than the 80s cartoon.
The old one's got one of the best opening sequences in Western media.
Man.
Come on, man.
Like, it's good, don't get me wrong, but like the 03 one's kind of iconic too.
It's not the same. When you pop on a Ninja Turtles game right now, when you pop on that what was that Ninja Turtles game that came out recently? Shredder's Revenge? What's the theme song?
But like that's because the characters are based on that one.
Jay, just take the L.
Because it's supposed to be an homage to the original arcade games.
Just take the L, Jay. Just take the L,
No. I refuse.
Cole's just like he's like putting it to your mouth, like just eat it. Just
take
this
L. I don't want it anymore.
No, I don't want to.
I don't want this L anymore.
Here comes the airplane, and I'm just like not opening my mouth.
Yeah, basically, you're like no.
Mike for sure, like Donatello though. I'm putting you in the perspective of like Jay and I when we were kids. And I think Jay was more into Team NT than I was, but I watched
it,
and I had a favorite one. And I had a favorite turtle, and Cody Bot and I would always play Turtles in Time on our Super Nintendo. Great game, so much fun. Love that game.
Turtles in Time is fun.
Yeah, it's great.
In the 03 Turtles, Donatello was voiced by Sam Riegel, who's a dub actor.
Who?
Sam Riegel. He plays let's see if I can find someone noteworthy. He's Mike would know him as the guy from like the I don't know if he's the headmaster, but he's like that main demon from Blue Exorcist, Mephisto.
I've never watched I've read Blue Exorcist. I haven't watched it.
Mm.
Famously, the thing about manga is it doesn't have voice acting.
Yeah,
that's the main
fair.
difference between it and anime.
True.
That is true.
I do the voices in my head though. I gave
Do you?
I gave Dandelion like James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones' voice.
Joins.
James Earl Jones.
Hey, it's me, James Earl Joins.
Shut up. You come back here and you make fun of me? Come on, man. Come on.
You do this to me in my house? In my house? Yeah.
In my country.
Jay was talking about
Jay was talking about
Sakura.
I've basically said everything I need to say about it. It's good. I'm enjoying it so far.
It's great.
Yeah.
When you finish it, I want you to give like your official rating.
Oh, I'm planning on watching it, then the sequel movie, and then moving on to Clear Card.
I haven't watched the movie. I did watch Clear Card a bit.
I
watched all of
from
Clear
what I
Card.
understand and what Annalist is telling me, it bridges the gap between the first season and Clear Card. So
Makes sense. Clear Card's weird because like the old anime takes place in the 90s, you know,
Yeah.
with 90s tech and everything, and then it goes to Clear Card, and then that takes place modern day as well. So they have like smartphones and stuff. It's really weird.
That's odd.
Well, the Clear Card manga came out in like 2011 or something like that.
Yeah. Like they had the tech. They had modern tech,
Yeah,
which was strange.
Oh, I am way off. 2016, so much newer.
Okay. I'm still
Clear
waiting
Card?
for season 2 of Clear Card. Still on bated breath, waiting for that.
I
Well,
guess it's the
I
10th
am-
anniversary. So
Yeah, that is
maybe.
true.
Maybe serendipitous.
Maybe.
Serendipitous, Jay.
Well, I am waiting with bated breath to find out what's on Mike's mind.
Oh, my little mind. The main thing on my mind this week is just I've been playing a lot of like Pokemon, honestly, lately. So I'm just, like, I think the last time I was on, I think I was on a patron bonus last time. So the main listeners haven't heard this, but I've been playing like a ton of Pokemon Champions, honestly. And it's great because it came out on my phone. I can play Pokemon at work now. It's wicked. But other than getting sweaty in Pokemon, I can't help but think like there was this recent announcement from PlayStation where they like simultaneously said, hey, basically starting not next year, but the year after, in basically a year and a half, we're no longer selling physical games. And then they were like, oh, also, by the way, that thing you're worried about happening, like the store shutting down and then you can't download your games anymore. We're also shutting down the PlayStation 3 store like pretty soon too. So just letting you know. And then I was like,
the internet went crazy.
Yeah.
And for once,
it was a frenzy. And I go ahead, Cole.
Oh, for once, I'm on the internet side. This is
Me too.
super anti-consumer. This is not good. This is not good. And honestly, if my PlayStation 5, if I didn't have so many PS5 games, and if
it's actually absurd.
And if my PS5 wasn't my Blu-ray player, I'd probably sell it. I'd probably be getting rid of it. And I'm a huge Sony fanboy. You guys know this.
I know this, yeah. Actually, me and Shazana were talking this morning. I was like, you know what, Shazana? I think we sell the PS5, but honestly, not really because of this, but it's just because, like, honestly, like, I have the Switch too.
Yeah.
I have a PC. I have a Steam Deck. I've honestly played my 3DS more than any of those in the last year.
Yeah.
At this point, anything I'd want to play on the PS5, I can play on the Switch 2 or the Steam Deck or my PC.
Yeah.
So, like,
honestly,
what purpose does it serve at this point, really, to me?
Yeah. I would probably keep my PS5, but I probably wouldn't get a PS6.
That's kind of where I'm leaning now. Yeah. Again, like, you know, like a major part of I know people disagree with me, but like a major selling feature for me was the fact that I could watch movies on it, you know?
Yeah.
I could put in a Blu-ray disc and watch a movie. And if they're getting rid of that, then like that's a huge selling feature that's kind of gone. Yeah. Like I've got a decent PC now why should I buy any games on PlayStation?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And like a part of me in my head is like, honestly, like I honestly mostly buy digital games anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just feel like once you take away the option to buy physical, it's kind of just like opening the floodgates to bad stuff, you know? Like it just kind of, it just makes it too easy for them to just kind of run rampant with whatever they want to do, you know? Like it just feels like you're removing a restraint from a machine you don't want unrestrained.
Mm-hmm.
And like on top of that, it's like, oh, so like you're going to lower the prices for games, right? No.
No.
You know, like,
No.
like
In fact,
a
we're
big
gonna
reason why they're
increase them.
not, why they're getting rid of physical discs is because of the cost to make them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd think if they're
Well-
lowering, you know, but no.
Honestly, like if they turned around and they said, you know what, we're gonna if in another universe and they came out and they said we're gonna increase the cost of physical games by $15, like
I think that's the move.
I think that would be a better move. You know,
Yeah.
like I think people understand. You know, games have game prices have been pretty stagnant for years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like, I've been expecting an increase in game prices.
yeah.
So like when Grand
everything
Theft
else
Auto,
has gone up.
for example, they
Yeah.
announced the new price is going to be 110 Canadian. It's like, well, I mean,
And that's for the
Expected
standard edition.
that's for the
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
I did see a tweet the other day that was like, back in my day, $100 video game, you got a statue with that mop. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
actually, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Now you don't
Yeah.
even get the complete game, but
Yeah.
you know, like, okay, increasing game prices. I
That's
understand, you know,
Yeah.
it costs more to make games now, production and everything, but to just increase the prices while at the same time saying this is a cost saving measure. We're not seeing that cost saving at all.
Yeah.
So like it's just anti-consumer. That's all it is. Not to sound like a, you know, neocon type of dude who's complaining about anti-consumerism, but like, yeah, not great. Not a great move.
When it's that blatant, it's hard to not, you know.
And
And like,
And Sony was like, remember when Xbox, what was it? Xbox One?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they came out and they're
Yeah.
like, you can't share games between consoles. And like Sony was like, no, we're going to keep that. Like they were the company that would kind of
They were the
stick up.
They
champions
got
of
on
that,
they got
yeah.
on their high horse.
Yeah. And that was a huge PR win. If Xbox comes out and they say, we're going to keep physical games,
I don't know.
I
Right
might
now,
jump ship.
Xbox feels like their leadership right now. Like they seem like they're kind of like, I forget what her name is, the lady who took over Xbox. She
Mhm.
feels like she's literally like taking the like big ship wheel on the ship that's was aiming straight into a whirlpool center, and she's like, ugh,
she's
just
trying.
wrestling it out of that.
She's trying.
So
She took the Titanic and steered it away from the iceberg.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, she's like currently steering. I don't know if she's made it yet. That's to be determined, but
Yeah.
she's
Mhm.
doing it. So
She's got the foresight a little bit. And
Yeah.
like if that would be a huge win for Xbox.
Yeah.
Honestly, it would be
it's
akin
kind
to.
of it's kind of a layup right now.
I
If they
think
just come out and say,
Nintendo
by the way,
I think
discs
Nintendo
forever.
already has a win right now because they announced like their digital stuff is going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
and
So
in the rarest, like, I mean, honestly, Nintendo is usually very anti-consumer as a huge Nintendo stan. Let's be real.
Mhm. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have the game card thing that's out there now where you can share games with people digitally.
Yeah.
You can share digital games.
Yeah.
That's not on anything else.
I don't know. I think maybe Sony got a little too comfortable, and they're
Yeah.
still a little
Yeah.
too comfortable, and maybe we need to force them to course correct a little bit.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
not too long ago, they were kind of the standard for like game console. We thought Xbox was going to be dead.
Mhm.
Yep.
Nintendo's always just doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
like,
and watch the Switch 2 sales go up.
Yeah.
mhm.
Because like the Switch 2 sales were a bit disappointing, I think, for Nintendo.
I think so a little. 'Cause it's just sort of, it's kind of like second console curse where it kind of feels like
Yeah.
a premium Switch.
Yeah.
But like the other thing too is like, I think thinking back in like the years, like other than Nintendo's in its own thing, but like kind of the second console other than Nintendo has never really been the same console for multiple generations. Like it was Xbox 360, then it was PS4, and then it was PS5. So to me, it feels weird that the PS6 would continue to hold like the throne as like the top Nintendo alternative. But I don't know if Xbox will be there to take that throne. Or maybe console's dead. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
You know what else is dead?
What?
The Steam box. The Steam box or whatever.
The Steam machine?
The Steam machine.
That'll happen when it's like, again, here's the thing. Well, now we've been dunking on the PlayStation 5 for like the last little while, talking about selling and stuff. It's like half the price and just as powerful, like just almost as powerful. So it's like, oh, that's a real tough sell to get the Steam machine.
I think the big thing for the Steam machine is more if you already have Steam and you need somewhere else to play it, like you want to play it on your TV or something.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what it's for. It's not really for getting into Steam.
No, yeah, I understand. Yeah, but that's a steep price for
for sure
to just be able to play games on your TV.
But the other tough thing is that like I feel like I think the Steam machine's price will look a lot better in like 2027 when like the PlayStation 6 and stuff are announced and like people are like, it's how much now?
Yeah.
You know, because like, I think it's just the first thing to come out since the RAM shortage and the chip short, like all this stuff that's happened since.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so like Nintendo's already had to increase their prices.
Well, everyone has.
Yeah.
But they usually always sell consoles at a loss, so they must have been hemorrhaging money, right?
That's what I was
going to say.
Steam
Probably just accurately priced.
Yeah. And I mean, the PS6 is most definitely going to be digital only. Right.
God, don't.
I mean, the PlayStation 5 kind of already is there.
Well, like
the default
like
PlayStation 5
it's like
is disco,
almost there. Yeah. Whereas like the PlayStation 6 will probably just not have the disc drive version. Alternative.
Yeah.
And just be a box.
I think you're right. I
can get a Sony Blu-ray player for $80. So I mean,
there you go. I did actually watch a reel just before this. I'll switch to your Ryan next, Cole. That was like a guy. He's like, yeah, I just bought an Xbox One because it's like basically the cheapest 4K Blu-ray player you can buy. Yeah, and that's like the only. He's like, I'm never gonna play an Xbox game on it. Yeah, but like a 4K Blu-ray player for some reason is like $500, and a used Xbox One can do everything it can do, but it's $80. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. What's on your mind, Cole, other than the doom and gloom of either magical girl worlds or corporate dysphoria?
Hold on. Let me think. I'm watching soccer.
Okay. Yes.
The World Cup is still going.
Big game.
Big game tomorrow. We can't talk about it, though, because we'll curse them, even though they're definitely going to lose.
Definitely going to lose anyway, so it's probably not a big deal.
I've been playing more guitar recently, too. I don't know. We got a second half topic. We'll just skip me.
Okay.
We'll skip me. I got nothing to say. You know, sometimes
that's the way it is. There's not always stuff on your mind.
Icon. We're going to be at Icon this weekend. Like this coming weekend. Yeah.
I guess while this is out? No, next weekend.
This will be out, and then that following weekend will be at Icon. So this is my last chance to come say hi to us at Icon. We'll be there from the 17th to the 19th, all weekend long.
That's right. We have a table in the exhibition not artist alley. What do they call it? The outreach table area.
The outreach
right outside
table,
the marketplace.
Right outside the marketplace. If you saw us last year, we're basically going to be in the exact same spot.
And if you're not familiar, Icon is based out of lovely, sunny Winnipeg, Manitoba. Come visit us.
Not right now.
Canada.
Not right now.
I mean, it ain't been sunny in a while. It's actually flooding. And as we established earlier, Jay's been getting rained on.
This is rainy weather we've been having. But come say hi at Icon. We will be present. We will be present physically, mentally.
And accounted for.
Present and erect.
And we'll probably have a board again this year, so come leave a hot take or whatever else we're asking for.
Of course.
We'll probably answer them on a future episode.
The board was a big success. The board will be back.
Huge success. Great success.
Great success.
Very Cohen reference. We come full circle, Cole.
That's right.
Great
That's right, Mike.
success.
Guys, I've got a question for you though.
Okay.
Why have people not gotten tired of magical girls? Like, what's the deal with
Ooh.
magical girls? This was
What is
submitted.
What is
This was submitted to us from within the house. The call is coming from inside the house.
Okay.
And
So
one
is
of
it
us.
Jay?
the second tower?
Oh my God, Jay!
Oh, geez, I
Jay,
didn't see a 9/11 reference coming up.
too soon, Jay. Too soon. That's my job. I'm supposed to make those references.
That's funny.
Yeah, no. Jay asked the question: why have people not gotten tired of magical girls? Which I think is a good question. It's appropriate for the review that we're doing today.
Definitely.
And Jay's watching Cardcaptor Sakura,
I am.
which, as I alluded to, is my favorite magical girl anime. Slash manga slash whatever. But like, what is the what
What's
is
the
it
appeal?
about this that makes it kind of evergreen? It makes it universal. It makes it last forever. Whereas like when we reviewed what was that one that we
Now and
reviewed?
Then, Here
Now
and
and Then
There?
Here and There, we talked about isekai, which is kind of like the opposite. Like it's kind the marketplace is saturated and people are maybe getting sick of it. Where magical girls
Feels that way.
magical girls are a little bit more rare, but still
There's
very
still a lot of
popular.
them.
Yeah. So like, Mike, what do you think it is? What do you think it is about magical girls?
Well, I think, like, let's just kind of start off with like, I think all three of us enjoy a magical girl, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
I enjoy a magical girl.
yeah, okay, like all three of us do. So like that kind of, to me, kind of says it all right there. Like I feel like it's one of those things that's just so like, there's so much charm to it. It's so uniquely anime-y.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, a lot of anime tropes kind of get tired really quick because they get overdone. But like, I just feel like magical girl has never, other than maybe like in the Sailor Moon card captors era, but even then, like, it's just never been like saturated, you know? Like it's, you get just like the occasional magical girl thing and everyone's like, oh, that was pretty good actually. Hey. And then you like get this like period of cooling off. Like realistically, like before this manga, like what's the last magical girl thing you consumed, right? Like I think it's just like almost like the time away, like that makes it you don't get sick of it, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think the other aspect of it too is the thing with magical girls is they haven't just redone the formula over and over again, where like with isekai, often it's, you know, it's set in the same thing. It's power fantasy. Often modern magical girl anime that come out are kind of like subversions of magical girl tropes.
Yep.
Which kind of makes them more fresh. Does that make sense, Jay?
Yeah.
Would you, what do you think though?
I think for me, it's like with isekai, and we're comparing it to isekai a lot, but it's the easy thing to compare it to here. Isekai will be like, it's this thing you've seen a million times, but this time he's a vending machine, or this time she's a sword, or he's a sword, or whatever. Whereas like, and it just kind of rides that premise as its whole story.
Yeah.
Whereas a magical girl, like, it's a magical girl story, but it's not leaning too heavily on that magical girl idea to carry its narrative. It has something else going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
so like there's more meat to it than just it's a magical girl show.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there's more avenues you can take with a magical girl than isekai is the premise, and the premise is kind of set in stone. And you can only really change, like, here's the isekai, but this time, like Jay said, this time
but it's not even, but like at the same time,
just wearing a different hat.
Like, yeah, well, I mean, like magical girl stuff could do that too, right?
It could, but it doesn't. It just seems like let's take Madoka Magica, because we reviewed that. It's like this is a Faustian bargain wearing the skin of a magical girl. Whereas isekai is this is an isekai with a different hat on. It's like
Mhm.
They're two different extremes, you know.
And I mean,
like,
hey,
one
some
is,
people will like that hat. Like, who knows?
Sure,
Maybe it's a
sure,
very
no,
nice hat.
It's a nice hat.
You know?
There's nothing wrong with a nice hat. I'm just saying,
but
like, there's
It's just
there's
the
not
hat.
it's just the hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels a
the
little
end-
surface level or like gimmicky often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about magical girls. I kind of what you're saying, Cole, and I'll give Jay a chance to give his thoughts a little more. But like, I think it's just evolved over the years in a way. Like, it's just kind of they've managed to keep it fresh in a way that, like, just basically say what you're saying is like they'll put new spins on it, but it still feels this like the same formula, but it's like updated for a modern taste. Like nowadays, the kind of the established magical girl thing is that like magical girls are kind of sad, but it's like that sadness gives them strength and power, kind of is like and that kind of comes out in the manga that we reviewed a little bit too. And like you mentioned Madoka Magica, and like generally there's like kind of that bit to it. And I think that maybe people can relate to that a little. Yeah. And Jay, what you never gave your thoughts on exactly why you think magical girls have been so prevalent. Also, I don't know which one of us submitted this.
It was Jay. I said it was Jay.
Was it Jay? Oh,
I said it was
okay.
Jay.
I missed that part. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, I think I did say what makes it popular, and it's just kind of like it's more than just it wears different hats.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess what I'm saying is like isekai is a thing that'll put on a different hat, right? Where like magical girl is like a costume. The concept of the magical girl. Hold on. Let me formulate my thought here, okay?
You'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm getting there.
Cooking.
I'm getting there. Imagine isekai is a person, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like,
Maybe his
I'm
name's
going to
Hank.
put on. His name's Hank, and he's like, here's a hat. Now, imagine the hat is a vending machine main character,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas on the other side, magical girls will be like, I am a sad, like, coming of age story. My hat, the hat I'm going to put on is the magical girl hat. So it's like the complete opposite, you know?
Yeah.
It's approaching magical
Like the
girl.
In one scenario, like isekai is wearing a hat where with isekai it's wearing a hat where in magical girl is the hat.
It is the hat that is being placed on something else.
Yeah.
So I think it allows magical girl anime to feel more fresh and more exciting, and it allows it to go off in different ways. There are isekai where it's like, I am a horror anime, like a psychological horror anime, and my hat is isekai. ReZero, for example. But then there's, the other end of the spectrum. I guess
like there's like a coming of age story where isekai is the hat in Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I think we kind of touched on it with when we discussed this a few weeks ago, Jay. Like, because isekai is so popular right now, there's just so much slop that comes out that, like, most of it's frankly not great. Where magical girls, like, we're not inundated with magical girl anime. Usually they have to do something different. Like, what was that one? It was a few years ago where it was
Magilumiere.
Magilumiere is one, but that's interesting too, though. It's like corporate.
Well, yeah, magical girls
corporatized.
is like a business. It's like, that's kind of cool.
I'm thinking of that one where like the magical girls are named like different colors. It was kind of like they were like badass magical girls. Mike, you watched it.
Oh yeah, Magical Destroyers.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking.
Honestly, kind of cool show. I recommend it, people. It's not perfect by any means, but it's a cool show. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, like that's like an action show. It's like grown up Powerpuff Girls, right?
Yeah,
and it's just wearing the hat of a magical girl.
I think you've unlocked it for me. I think you figured out like by you guys talking this through. I think I figured it out. Is like, I guess like what we've sort of turned this conversation is like, why is isekai kind of like falling down in the popularities? Why are people getting tired of it? Why is it getting stale? And why is magical girls eternal essentially? And I think really what it to break down your hat argument a little bit more, I think the thing with magical girls is that sure, it's like the genre is magical girl, but that doesn't. It almost like when I talked about earlier, I think I submitted a question for our review in the second half where it's like the genre magical girls, and as I was typing, I'm like, I just feel like magical girl is not really a genre. I feel like it's like almost like a part of. It's almost like it's just a flavor that they throw onto any story. You can tell any story and make it a magical girl story. But when you tell an isekai story, it's kind of always essentially the same story with like you said, like almost like a cosmetic flair, but it's at the end of the day, it's like a power fantasy and probably in a video game-esque world.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's not the fault of isekai. I think that's just people tend to use it that way.
It's the easiest way, right?
Because it's popular.
I think the best answer to why, or like how we would fix isekai is like stop making them for a while.
Yeah.
Let it breathe.
Or just don't go into it thinking I'm going to make an isekai anime.
Yeah.
Like come into it being like, I want to make an anime about X. Oh, you know what would be cool? What if I like incorporated isekai into that?
Or like give your story a reason for it to be an isekai.
Mm-hmm. Or just give your head a shake.
It's an isekai.
Come on. Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly. Like I think people rely on it being an isekai too much. We talked about it. Like I feel like a lot of non-creative writers and stuff have a tendency of using isekai because they feel like it's like an easy way in, and
you get
because
like a framework, right?
Yeah, because they took that easy way.
And on top of that, I think publishing companies and editors are more prone to suggest making the story an isekai because it sells.
Yeah, it could be from the top down too. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I say magical girl over isekai any day.
Like I hear you. I hear you on that. I think
maybe
I'd like to see isekai do.
Bias, though.
Yeah, maybe. I think I'd like to see isekai take the kind of in the vein of what you guys are saying and just like maybe apply a bit of learn a lesson from magical girls and just use the isekai as like a concept, but don't necessarily use it as a framework. Do it a little more like do it like Inuyasha or something like that, where it's like, I don't want to immediately turn on the show and know it's an isekai. I don't want to think about this as an isekai the whole time. I want to be like consciously aware of that. I want to be like, someone be like, hey, that's an isekai. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Of course.
Or I feel like that's a better way to do it.
Like, if I were to pitch an isekai to someone and they say, and like the main pitch is like, oh yeah, this guy goes to another world and then like he's like a fridge.
Yeah.
And the person you're recommending it to goes, and?
Yeah.
And you just kind of don't have anything else to say.
Any pitch.
Like he's a fridge. It's hilarious.
I would, okay. Yeah, go on. I would say any pitch that starts with this, he goes to another world. Like, I think, stop there. If that's your leading line, he goes to another world, then I don't know. That raises flags for me. Like, I just don't.
But I think a lot of that has to do with because of the inundating that we've had of.
Oh no, I get that. I understand that it's kind of from the outside, from the top down. But like, if something is explained by if something's explanation starts with this guy goes to another world, ... I just feel like the explanation should have more to it.
I hear you. And like the thing I would say is like, if there's no practical, like this has been a critique of isekai for a long time. If there's no practical reason for him to be from this world and then transported to that other world, couldn't he just be born in that world and just live in that world his whole life?
Yeah.
I guess I should amend it from if the explanation can only be explained by this person comes from another world, ... Because I mean, if you're pitching ReZero, you would say, okay, Subaru comes from another world, but there's more
Here's
to
why
it than
matters.
that. Whereas, I was reborn as a vending machine. Comes from another world.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's a vending machine.
Yeah.
Like a good example too is Mushoku Tensei, because like in Mushoku Tensei, it matters. His past life matters during the course of the story, right? Whereas like so many isekai forget that. I don't know. And I didn't want to turn this into just like an isekai dunk session or how I guess it kind of turned into how do we fix isekai? At the end of the day,
we're talking about magical girls. Right?
Magical girls.
Sorry. It's so easy, you know.
It's so easy. It really is.
Yeah, it's so easy to dunk on stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the same time, like you can also one last thing before we move back to magical girls, because I just want to get this up.
Get it out.
You can always tell if an isekai is good or bad, because like the bad ones won't really like even think about or care about going back to their home world, whereas the good ones will be like, oh, we need to get back, or like something.
Or it's at least a consideration, I would say.
Yeah.
Or reflects on the world he was in or she was in. Whereas,
if you're watching it and you forget,
just like, this is awesome. I love having my smartphone in this fantasy world. I'm super cool.
Yeah.
And all the,
I'm going to never think about the entire 16 years that were before this again.
And like at the same time, like those premises, those aren't stories. Like, no, he's a vending machine. That's not a story.
That's a pitch.
That's it.
That's
a premise.
That's all it is. Yeah, exactly. Like you said it. He goes into another world as a vending machine. And then what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah. Zany stuff. Waifus.
Hijinks ensue. What's the hijinks? That's the part I want to know about. Hijinks.
Yeah. Magical girls. I like them.
Magical girls don't do that.
Magical girls don't do that. They have a tendency of being a bit more creatively written, I think.
They exist, but there's still a story that's being told. Like the whole thing of Madoka Magica is like about her becoming a magical girl, and it's a whole story stretched out amongst that.
Her choice to become one or not. That's what it's about. Yeah. And it's about her seeing like the pros and the cons. Yeah. Like that's a story.
Yeah. Okay. I've pulled up Magical Girls on AniList, and I'm just going to tell you the franchises that are the most popular Magical Girl shows. And then you just think about like how different of shows these are. Mm-hmm. Madoka Magica, number 1. Of course. As it should be.
Yeah.
Number 2. Sailor Moon.
Okay,
probably the 1A, 1B of Magical Girls, I'd say. Number 3, Cardcaptor Sakura. Those two, they share some DNA, I'd say.
Yeah, but like Cardcaptor Sakura is like, it's kind of like a coming of age romance. Yeah, like there's more to it than just like plus the collection aspect of it, right? Like, I mean, she goes out, she collects the cards.
It also, it came out in the era of Pokemon, so like, and it has that like Pokemon feel to it too. So
the got 'em catch 'em all DNA there.
Yeah, and the animation.
Okay, so far we have like a deeply introspective, dark fantasy, and then 2 kind of like 90s Pokemon era.
Well, Sailor Moon is like, you know, a granddaddy. You know, like it started the modern.
It's like Dragon
Ball
Z kind of, right?
Yeah. I know that there's magical girls prior to it, but like that's really like where the formula was solidified.
The next show is gushing over magical girls. Is that like any of these things like the other, right? Like,
I mean, like you can poo-poo.
The next one is Fate Kaleid Liner Prisma Ilia. I've never seen it, but I'm assuming it looks very different than the other stuff too, to be honest with you. So
it's also a part of the Fate franchise.
Yeah.
But this is what we're kind of saying is like they're magical girl shows, but they're very different shows.
They're also different. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think to answer Jay's question, why have people not gotten tired of magical girls?
Because they rock.
Because they're awesome and they're different. They're different every time. It's not the same story every time, which just lends to goodness.
You can probably get through most magical girl synopses or like pitches without even mentioning that these characters are magical girls.
Yeah. Or I mean, you say, you know, it's a magical girl anime.
Well, what I mean is like with Cardcaptor Sakura, like you can just like say it's about a girl trying to capture like all these magic cards that she let loose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Sailor Moon's like a superhero story, basically. Yeah, that's true. Like honestly, you could show Cardcaptor Sakura to somebody like a layman, you know, like a normie, if you will. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards say like, this is a magical girl like Sailor Moon, because everybody knows what Sailor Moon is.
Yeah.
And they're like, is it? Like, not really, but it is. It is.
Yeah.
But like if I showed it to, my dad, famous Sailor Moon aficionado,
You showed it
Cole's
to
dad.
that guy in your family that watches One Punch Man for whatever reason.
Yeah, they may not even realize that it's a magical girl anime. Yeah. Spoke to my dad a couple weeks ago, and we talked about how a running joke on the podcast is that his favorite superhero is Tuxedo Mask. He got a kick out of that. He thought it was pretty funny. Yeah.
It's good. Guy who does nothing and takes all the credit.
Yeah, you guys, I need a break. I know you guys need a break, but before we go to the break, I have a question for you on this week's AniPro Asks. This is a true or false in the tradition of AniPro Asks. It's a question that I came up with on my own.
Oh, God.
Yeah. The original Sailor Moon manga introduced Sailor Uranus before the anime did.
Okay.
Is that true? Is that false? I want you to think about that. I want you to think long and hard. Approximately maybe like 5 minutes if you're listening on YouTube.
Approximately
or if you're
one
patron,
water bottle fill and one bladder emptying length of time? Okay.
Or if you're a patron, I want you to think about it for about like 15 seconds. So,
because we don't got long.
We don't have much time.
We're hitting you with these wicked hot takes the whole way through.
But you can think about that.
Yes.
Well, we go to this break.
We'll be right back with more AniPro hijinks soon, but in the meantime, allow me to tell you all about the wonders of this episode's sponsors, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako Snack Boxes. Experience Japan from the comfort of your own home through Sakurako and Tokyo Treat snack boxes. Tokyo Treat is a fun monthly Japanese snack box packed with limited edition sweets, Kit Kats, chips, noodles, and Japan-only treats that you won't usually find outside Japan. And you'll want to get a box every month because each month features an exclusive theme. This month's theme is Akiba Snack Quest. Tokyo Treat takes you on an exciting journey through the vibrant streets of Akiba, which you may know as Akihabara, Tokyo's world-famous destination for anime, gaming, and all things otaku. Discover a lineup of unique Japanese treats including cookies and cream Kit Kats, Candy Kara microphone, sour paper candy, Poropuri Prince cake, and a 100 million fish jerky, all carefully selected to bring the fun and energy of Akiba straight to your doorstep. Each Kit Kat flavor is different, but the cookies and cream flavor in this month's box was my favorite. I'm a huge sucker for cookies and cream, so having the opportunity to have some here was an absolute delight. That said, my favorite thing out of this month's box was the Pakaru cheese corn puffs, which made a perfect snack to munch on while binging Cardcaptor Sakura, and will make the perfect companion piece to your anime binging session as well. But if you're looking for something a bit more traditional, might I recommend Tokyo Treat's sister box, Sakurako. Sakurako is a monthly artisan Japanese snack box featuring 20 traditional seasonal sweets, Japanese tea, and an exclusive homeware item, supporting local makers across Japan. The snacks are carefully curated and not the typical treats you'd find in Japanese convenience stores. This month's Sakurako theme is Flavors of Okinawa. Sakurako takes you to Okinawa, a land known for its emerald coastline gentle ocean breeze. Inside, you'll find curated treats like Okinawa pineapple jelly, Okinawa mango pie, Sakurako Hokuto Manju, and more, along with a beautiful piece of tableware that's different every month, like this month's gorgeous Okinawa Kozara plate, inspired by the beauty of Okinawan tableware. My favorite snack, though, had to be the Shikuwasa Kokuto, a sweet confectionery treat crafted from Okinawan brown sugar and infused with the citrus flavor of the native fruit, Shikuwasa, and it paired really well with the included tea, a nice sanpin, the Japanese word for rosemary, tea. If you're looking for a light, fragrant option to add to your snacking habits, I highly recommend checking out this box. Both boxes ship globally, straight to your door, and come with complimentary cultural booklets that offer detailed snack description, allergen information, and fun insights about Japanese culture. With the Tokyo Treat Box being on Akihabara this month, there's bound to be interesting tidbits on retro gaming, maid cafes, anime, and more that you, as otaku, didn't know about, but are looking forward to. So what are you waiting for? Order a box of your own and explore the vibrant streets of Akihabara or the flavors of Okinawa from the comfort of your own home, delivered straight to your door by clicking the link in the description and using code AniPro for $5 off your first box. Once again, that's code AniPro, ANIPRO, after clicking the link in the description for $5 off your first box. Whether it's to enjoy yourself or as a gift to a loved one, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako's limited edition snacks and treats make the perfect companion. Huge thanks to Tokyo Treat and Sakurako for sponsoring this episode. And now, back to the show.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
They have their
Yeah,
personas. Yeah.
Yeah.
But welcome back. Welcome back to AniPro. AniPro.
Hello.
AniPro After Dark.
But it's
Are we
light
getting
out.
No,
naughty?
the sun came up where it's
Oh.
It's, no, not where it's.
We'll put it away then.
Yeah, no.
Put your toys away.
Put your toys away. This is a serious podcast where we talk about magical girls.
I want to rock.
I wish I had that on the
SpongeBob.
soundboard. I'm a goofy goober.
You know that's like an actual song,
Yeah,
right?
I
Like,
Want to Rock by
Twisted Sister.
Twisted Sister. I was thinking of Dee Schneider, but that's the singer.
Mm.
Dee Schneider
It's the singer.
retired. We was talking about that with my dad too last weekend.
I would hope so. He's probably 1 billion years
He's
old.
very old. He used to have a radio show. It was
Yeah.
like a syndicated radio show. I remember listening to
Yeah.
that on like 92 City FM.
Yeah.
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 R.I.P.
Did you ask your dad any questions?
No, I didn't ask
While you're
him.
there?
I didn't
No.
ask him any
Do you ask
questions.
our listeners any questions?
Oh yeah, I did. On this week's AniPro Asks, I asked you guys a
Whoa.
question before we went to break. And the question, it's a very simple one. The original Sailor Moon manga introduced Sailor Uranus before the anime. Now, do you pronounce it Uranus or Uranus? Jay, go.
Uranus.
Okay, Mike?
Uranus is funnier. Uranus is funnier.
Uranus? Okay. Now, for that answer, I'm not even going to let you guys answer it. I'm just going to tell you the answer.
Okay.
So you guys can just sit there and fume and be upset because you guys are in the corner. Okay? I'm putting you in the corner and I'm going to answer this for you. The answer is true.
Okay.
The manga introduced Sailor Uranus first. The anime adapted her later. So that was a change between the anime and the manga.
So I was kind of confused by the thing, and I didn't want to clarify earlier. When it says like adapt, like you mean like in the
adaptation.
like obviously the manga came out before, but like in the adaptation they moved up her appearance, is what you're saying in this,
They moved back her appearance.
or moved back her appearance
Yeah.
in the anime.
The manga introduced her earlier in the story. The anime kind of held off on her. I don't know about
Oh.
Crystal. I'm assuming this question is regarding the original anime. Sailor Moon Crystal,
Well, it
I
says
think, is
the original.
Oh yeah. Well, the original Sailor Moon manga introduced.
Oh, okay.
But I think Crystal is like more faithful to the manga, isn't it, Jay?
I haven't seen
I know
Sailor Moon.
I know you're a huge Sailor Moon fan.
I've heard that though. I've heard that, but I've heard it kind of loses a bit of like the charm.
It doesn't
that
have the same
original had.
magic.
Hmm.
It's still
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's still pretty good.
I just watch her husband's work.
It's-
You only choose to select the men's work.
no. Wait. Can you clarify what you mean by that?
Her husband does Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
No. I just, for the people who don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's not me. I
it's a-
totally
it's a-
know. I totally
yeah,
knew.
totally. I mean, it's a pretty like well-known thing, but it's also like I could see like there are definitely people out there that probably don't know that the mangaka between Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter is married to the mangaka behind Sailor Moon.
Mm-hmm. Very creative household, I'm sure.
Yeah.
When their children grow up, they will be undoubtedly world famous mangaka, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I have
then-
a fun fact for you about Hunter x Hunter while we're on the topic.
No.
It's been 20 years since Gon and Kurapika have seen each other in real world time.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It felt like it's been 20 years since you've been on the podcast, Mike.
In a good way or a bad way? Don't answer that.
Jay, I'm going to hand the reins over to you because this is a manga review
Okay.
that we're doing
It
today.
is a manga review.
And you're the Mango Maestro.
I am the mango
man.
aficionada.
The Mango Maestro, if you will.
The mango maestra.
The Mangoka Maestra.
Yes,
the Mangaka
it is
Maestra.
It is I, Mango Maestra J. Welcome to the most. When was the last time we did a manga review?
What was our last manga review?
I think I was
Akane
on for
Banashi.
it, so it was a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
Akane Banashi. I was gonna say the number for manga reviews, but I can't remember. I haven't been keeping count. This time
Many.
we're
many.
doing Magical Girl Dandelion. We've been doing a Magical Girl theme this entire episode, and now we're going into basically why we're doing the theme, because it's a Magical Girl show. And the best way to set up the review is to talk about what this thing is about. And normally we hand over the reins to the person who suggested the manga, which it's me.
Yeah, but this time we're going to do something different. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty. I think he's dead. I'm pretty sure Conway Twitty's dead.
We can, if only there was
There's
a way
just no
to
way
find
to
out.
know. Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
darling. Nice to see you.
Conway Twitty is
Harold Lloyd Jenkins.
Conway Twitty died in 93.
Oh my God.
That's a good year. That's a good year.
It's been over 30 years since
We'll bring
Conway
in
Twitty's passed away.
Okay, Conway Twitty's not on the show. Roll in Dick Clark. He can come in.
What about Daniel
If you think about it,
Day-Lewis?
I'm basically the spiritual reincarnation of Conway Twitty.
I think about that often. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's
He's been here all along.
been with us. Yeah.
He's been here in spirit all along.
Hello,
but-
darling.
Tight fitting jeans.
Let's get.
It's got some bangers. Okay, Jay. I'm sorry.
I just think about the Family Guy cutaway. But what is Magical Girl Dandelion about? So, Magical Girl Dandelion is set in a world with these weird anomalies, these monsters called fiends,
Mhm.
and they're all evil and they wanna hurt people.
They're all evil.
and that's
no
bad.
exceptions.
No
It's bad.
exceptions. And to combat them, there are magical girls that appear that fight them. Except in this one case where a girl named Tanpopo has a friend who's a fiend, and his name is Shade.
Ooh,
So there are exceptions.
There's one
There's-
exception
one exception so far
so far,
So far, yeah.
that we're aware of.
as far as we are aware.
Mhm.
And for some reason, he wants to protect her from fiends. We don't really know why. We don't really know like who this weird or why this fiend Shade is actually like kind of good.
Mhm.
But
He's just a nice guy, just a swell fella.
he's a nice fiend for some
Mhm.
reason. And after Tanpopo becomes a magical girl herself, he becomes worried of her fighting against fiends for some other reason, and their adventures in the world of magical girls and fiends ensue.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. It's true.
With a bunch,
I read the
with a
manga.
bunch. I went to the AniList page to see like, okay, how can I help myself with this here?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
all it says on the AniList page, it's a very informative description here.
I'm looking at it right now. That's wonderful. This is great.
That's sometimes they're Jay, read it.
What?
please.
What? Okay, Jay.
Magical
I'm sorry.
girls and villains are enemies, but neophyte Tanpopo's bond with the villain Shade But can neophyte Tampopo's bond with the villain Shade topple that destiny?
Well,
I feel like that was written probably like after chapter 1, maybe.
Probably.
And they were like, I hope so.
I feel like that was written by somebody who didn't read the manga.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Magical
that's a
girls
tough one.
and villains are enemies. Well, yeah, I mean, that goes without saying. The villains are the bad guys.
Yeah.
What's
there's more in this description here. Conway Twitty passed away at age 59 on June 5th, 1993 after suffering an abdominal aortic aneurysm after collapsing on stage.
On stage? Whoa, that's badass. He died on stage? That's awesome.
Oh, fell ill at the Jim Stafford Theater in Brunson, Missouri. He collapsed on his tour bus shortly after the show.
Oh.
And then died,
okay.
basically.
A little less badass.
Yeah. He's kind of a magical girl when you think about it.
To die on stage during a performance, that's wicked. That's the way to go as a performer.
Yeah. Magical Girl Dandelion, interesting manga. I will say
But
that.
Magical Girl Dandelion is a shoujo manga that runs in a monthly magazine called Shokomi. Other works in the magazine are things like Red River, which has an anime coming out this season.
Was
trying to think of something like
that's it?
well known.
What's the magazine called? Stop Comey?
Shokomi.
Oh, I thought it was like a Comey 2012
which is
reference.
like one. It's interesting because it's a bi-weekly magazine, right?
I think it's monthly.
Is it monthly?
Yeah,
because this manga published bi-weekly, which is I find strange, but I have a thought piece on that. Later,
a thought piece. I enjoy it.
Semi-monthly.
Okay, and that's twice a month.
Bi-weekly. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's a shoujo manga that is owned by the same company that does stuff that makes magazines like Shonen Sunday and stuff like that. So if I'm trying to think of like popular stuff, I don't want to get too obscure.
It's cool to say that there isn't anything that they've done super notably, I'd say.
Yeah. This was an interesting.
I've never heard of it before. Literally this moment. And reading this manga. So
it really makes you realize like there's more out there than just Shonen Jump, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot more.
There's a lot more.
What made me realize that was like going to a 7-Eleven in Japan and like going to a bookstore in Japan to get Jay his Shonen Jump and being like, oh God, which one's Shonen Jump?
Which one's Shonen Jump? Yeah. And there's so many like manga publications that almost look like
that look like it, right?
That don't look like manga publications. There's like scantily clad ladies on the front and stuff like that.
Weekly Shonen magazine has like bikini women on it.
Yeah, I always found that funny. It's like, you go to there's like manga and then like girls in bikinis, but that's also in the manga section because it's
because it's a manga magazine.
It's a magazine for young
like
men.
Comics. Yeah, like boobies. We got it all.
We got it all here. It's a one-stop shop for you.
Yeah. Also, you can buy Fami Chicky at the counter over there. It's delicious.
7-Eleven's like a different beast in Japan. It's kind of peak.
I wish we had it. Yeah. I wish.
Yeah.
They've been trying to actually like bring it here. I saw we did have some stuff, but I bet you it's probably not as good.
Oh, well, anyway. I mean, there's no way it'd be as good, but I haven't tried it. Maybe it is. Maybe it's good. I don't know.
Okay. Order some right now.
Okay.
I will. Mike kind of alluded to his thoughts going into the manga. But what were kind of our thoughts going in? Like, did we have any expectations? Do we have any outsider knowledge? Did we do any prior research or anything? So because Mike already kind of alluded to it, I'm going to throw it to him so he can elaborate more on his thoughts, and then we'll go to Cole.
Well. Did I have any thoughts about this manga prior to Jay saying that we were going to read it? No. Did I have any prior thoughts about this manga prior to me downloading it and reading it? No. I had no idea what the hell to expect going in other than it looked interesting, and I was like, this looks like it's going to be cute was my preconception. I was like, this feels like it's going to be cute, but I also know Jay, and Jay thrives on emotion. And I was like, it's probably got some like tearjerker type stuff, or like in that realm of like emotional moments. So I that was my preconception going into it. And Cole, you're up next, buddy.
I think I've been tainted a little bit by Madoka Magica.
Yeah,
my preconception going in, like you see the titular magical girl Dandelion on the cover, and she's kind of got like this like spoopy looking dude with her, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
so it must be like a magical girl that's kind of like has these like dark themes, you know, like maybe she's a magical girl, but at some kind of cost. Was my initial thought going in, and also like my other thought going in was Jay hyping it up, I guess. Like I know that comes with connotation of it not living up to the hype. I don't want to say whether it does or not. But like Jay, last week you said you were very excited about me reading it and seeing what I thought of it. So that was another thing I thought of, like, oh, okay, maybe there's like something subversive to this as well. So those were kind of my initial thoughts going in. I didn't know anything about it generally, though. I had never heard about it until Jay recommended us to read it. So yeah, I came in pretty cold, I'd say. Yeah. Jay, you read this though.
I am caught up on Magical Girl Dandelion. For those of you who do want to catch up as well, it is also available on the Viz app. So you can read it through that. It has like 26 chapters out right now, so it's not too long of a read, but it's a monthly or bi-weekly manga. So
we basically read half of it, what's out now. So
pretty much. And so when it came out, I was very interested in it because it looked unique. Not like something that is really popular right now. So I gave it a try, and I think in the Shojo space it feels different. But we'll get into more about that later because I feel like I read it essentially. But I think beyond that, looking at it, you know, if someone does want to read it, how would you, recommending it to someone, compare it or contrast it to something else? Like what would you say, like, oh, if you like X, you'll like this, Cole?
Oh, thank God you threw it to me. Thank God. Because I have a feeling Mike may take mine.
No, I don't think so.
You know what I read? What I read and what I thought of was Demon Slayer.
You son of a that was mine. I thought for sure that was like a dark horse.
No,
that's funny. That's so funny.
It feels like a Shojo Demon Slayer almost.
Yes.
Where
no way.
The villains kind of have like a sympathetic bend to them a little bit. Well, without going too much into them, but
it does the Demon Slayer flashback as it fights the villain.
There's a little bit of a Demon Slayer flashback, and the main character is pretty like kind-hearted towards these like tragic characters, essentially. So I would say it's kind of the Shojo Demon Slayer, where like Demon Slayer is a pretty straightforward like action manga. This is a Shojo magical girl manga with Tanjiro in magical girl format, kind of. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Really, that's literally.
Does that make sense, Mike? Like, do you think that that's a good take from me?
You got to get out of my head, you silly little boy, because that's exactly what I thought as I was reading it. I was like, this is just straight up, like it's so heavily inspired by Demon Slayer that it almost feels like they said, I'm going to make Demon Slayer but magical girl. And instead of having the sister live in a box or the sidekick live in a box, I'm going to have it be this dude that I thirst for, who's like a big demon that I thirst for. Because if you I read in one of like the side panel things of the manga that like apparently the mangaka was like professing how much they love male characters with pointy teeth or something.
Oh,
I was like,
interesting.
Oh, okay. So I see a little bit behind the lens on this now a little bit.
All right. So now you got to scramble for one because Jay threw it to me.
I do have to scramble for one. I will. You know what? Actually, it did remind me of something else as I was reading it, and like I think when we're saying we're comparing it to Demon Slayer, I think that's like the bones of it are very Demon Slayer-y, you know? But like the coat of paint on it, to me, felt very Ichi the Witch, which is the other manga that Jay famously made us read. And
you actually made us read that one.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yes, you made us read it because you inspired me to pick it for the review. I got those wires twisted in my head. But yeah, Ichi the Witch, honestly, because like visually, it's kind of a similar like art style where it's like very clean, kind of like almost cartoony, but still distinctly manga. It's just like, yeah, Chain Soldier kind of has a similar style to it too, where it's like, it just doesn't look sketchy or anything like that. It looks very professionally and well drawn.
Cool
like,
action shots in this one too.
Cool action shots. Lots of like, it just visually reminded me a lot of it. Yeah. How crisp it is.
Cool, like full page spreads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ichi the Witch was my pick.
Yay!
So we're just going down.
So these are good comps then.
Yeah. We're all making good comparisons then.
So I'm just gonna throw in like Sailor Moon, honestly. Like, if you like magical girl stuff, but like you want something different, that like feels a little bit more on the shonen side, has a bit more like shonen flair to it. Give this a read.
Yeah, honestly, that's an interesting take too. Like, Sailor Moon's like the quintessential magical girl shoujo. It's got a lot of shonen like undertones to it. I appreciate that pick, Jay.
Yeah.
Yep. I appreciate that. Yeah. I
think those are all good picks, honestly.
I think those are all good picks. That we all had to scramble to pick, except for one of us, because one of us got to go first.
Yeah.
Well, you sort of cheated, didn't you?
Not really. It was random, right, Jay? It was random.
I technically like I randomly picked Mike first for the last one, and I was like, well, I gave it to Mike last time, so I'll give it to Colgate this time.
Yeah.
So
checks in the mail, Jay. Checks in the mail.
Yeah, I know that. I know.
Beyond that, for the review, we now get into the review proper with our different thoughts and little thought prompts. And our first little widget here is characters. So I guess the first question I'm gonna ask is, did we like the characters overall? And then the quintessential, who's our favorite character? I'll start with Mike here.
Yeah, I think the characters were interesting. I think if I had to pick a favorite, it'd probably be, what's her name there? Peony. I think she'd probably be my favorite, just because I found her kind of the most, I don't know, there's something about her that I just kind of gravitated to. I don't know exactly what.
She's kind of that stoic badass, kind of.
Yeah. But like kind of has that little bit of like, I think Jay has referred to it as gap moe before, where like basically she kind of like will break the stoicism and kind of like, you're kind of like, oh, that's funny. I like that. But I did feel that I felt like the characters, a lot of them were very like almost formulaic in a way that sort of like kind of happens when it's like they felt very like tropey in a way. But like I didn't feel like you could say that and like have it be like a very negative connotation, but I think it was just because like they're tropey in a good way, if that makes sense. Like you kind of quickly pick up like, okay, that's what this character is. That's what this character is. You can give it a pass for tropes when we're this early into the manga, because like if you introduce a character that's kind of too complex and a little too out of the box, it may almost turn off a reader. Where I think in this case, we're early in the manga, it's almost recommended to kind of have them trope, because you kind of know the character before really getting into it, and then you can kind of allow their wings to spread, so to speak. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's a good take, because like you don't want to like meet a new friend at a party or something and be like, or like meet a new coworker and like be like the third thing you say to them, like, yeah, my mom died in a fire. And I'm like, I also am like schizophrenic or something. And it's like, that's a huge drop. What is happening here, you know?
Okay. Can we get to know each other a little bit more before?
Hi,
we...
nice
What's your
to meet
favorite
you.
soup?
Hi, nice to meet you. I was orphaned at 2.
Yeah. What's your favorite soup? Yeah.
Let's start there. Yeah.
What is your favorite?
I think that's a good take though, Cole. Like maybe at the start you kind of need to take it a little simple, and like, but I just felt like it was the characters were a little simple, but like still good. That's about how I'd sum it up.
Yeah.
Jay, what did you think of the characters?
At the same time, like it's like it's easier to subvert the tropes by introducing the tropes first.
Yeah.
You know, for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of what that's what I was trying to say. You said it much more concisely than I ever could.
That usually happens.
Yeah.
But I'd say for me, my favorite character right now would be Shade, just because he's the most mysterious. Just like the manga kind of like it alludes to it, but it doesn't outright say who he is. And like it. Like the big question that I have regarding him is like, why is he helping Tanpopo? Right? Like what's his motivation?
Yeah.
And like again, it's to me the most interesting part of the manga on a character standpoint.
He's the mystery
I agree
box.
with you 100%.
He's the mystery box so far in it. Yeah, I would agree with that.
He's for sure the reason you're kind of going to continue reading, I'd say, is if his plight and his story kind of resonates with you and leaves you wanting more, that's what's going to keep you reading this, I would say. The titular character, Dandelion, honestly, is pretty bland, for lack of a better term, I would say. Like, she's a sweetheart, don't get me wrong. But, like, I wouldn't say she's going to draw you into this any further.
Yeah.
You know?
Jay, I agree.
That is where Cole says that Dandelion's his favorite.
Jay, I agree with you so much.
Yeah.
That I am also not going to pick. I am going with Dandelion. Yeah, I'm going with Tanpopo. Yeah. She's just an absolute cinnamon roll.
She is
a little Mary Sue-ish, but I think like in Magical Girl stuff, like they kind of know how to use their powers just instinctively. You know, she becomes a magical girl and she just knows how to use her powers immediately. But
that's kind of a trope that's like, that's fine.
I think it's fine because, like, you know, their powers are awakened and they just, like I said, it's like instinct. They know how to use it, right? Like, if you know how to walk, you know how to run, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's not like a midi-chlorian situation. Like, you kind of just sort of figure it out.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a Star Wars reference for the week, everybody.
Yeah.
No, I like Tanpopo. I know it's the boring answer. And I'm sure that there's going to be other characters that interest me more that are introduced later on. But at this point, like, I feel like she is such a optimistic person that it's hard not to root for her, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
And she's really good. And yeah, I like her. I don't know. I was just drawn to her as probably my favorite character.
Yeah, and when I was kind of saying that she's a little bland, I don't think she's a bad character by any stretch, and I don't think like she's a little like we've seen this character before, I think. She's pretty typical. My parents died tragically. I'm the hero of this story. Superhero.
She's shonen protagonist.
Yeah. In the Shojo magical girl.
In a Shojo manga, she's a shonen protagonist.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, which is kind of a neat little twist on the formula, I'd say.
Overall, though, like I enjoy the characters that we're introduced to in these first 12 chapters. There's really only a handful. We've got the leader of the organization. We've got Botan, or whatever her magical girl name is. I can only remember her real name because I just watched Botan Kamina. Tanpopo, Shade, and Grandpa? Really?
And the
the guy.
movie star guy.
Yeah, the movie star. Yeah, those are really the only characters that have been. Oh, and the villain.
Yeah. The multiple villains. Like, we got the ice one, we had the clay one, we had the one at the start, Alice.
Yeah, I mean, like the main villain
kind of character.
Yeah. What seems like is going to be introduced as kind of the overarching villain who has the history with.
Don't believe the AniList summary. The villain is definitely not Shade.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Shade's cool. I like Shade.
Shade's cool.
He's cool.
Shade's a good character.
Yeah.
He's the one who carries this, in my opinion.
He's the hook for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of Shade and kind of speaking of Tampopo as well, how do we feel about their friendship or relationship between the two of them? And I guess I'll kick this one off. I think honestly, like, their relationship is kind of, as I was alluding to with Shade, with my liking for Shade, I think their relationship is kind of the biggest hook of the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are they friends? Why has he been by her for so long? Like, why is he protecting her? Like, kind of what happened to him?
Yeah. It's a very paternal relationship that they have.
Yeah. And that's another thing that I really like about the manga is, like, they could have very easily gone a romance route with this.
Yeah.
And it feels more like they're just friends.
Yeah. I think I looked online and the mangaka explicitly said, like, no, it's strictly platonic between them. There is no romantic element because, of course, people, anime fans. We're all anime fans.
Yeah.
And
there's like there's some panels that are kind of like pretty classical, like he's like lurching over her and stuff. But I think that's just like just iconic panel work to try and go for. Like, it's just a cool panel work. But I could see if you saw that out of context, you'd probably be like, oh, okay, it's like a Shojo trope where like the tall male characters hankering over her kind of thing. But no, they're pretty, like, in the context of everything, they're pretty clearly just
like I said,
friends.
it's
almost
like
brother sister,
sister, or like I said, even paternal. Like, he almost protects her like a surrogate father figure, almost a little bit to her.
A little bit.
Yeah. I love their dynamic. Like, I think it's really good. They joke around with each other. He kind of threatens her a little bit with the like, if you become a magical girl, you'll be my enemy. But it's revealed that, like, that was kind of a play from him. Like, that it wasn't true. It was just to kind of like, don't do this. Her. Yeah, it was all just to
from
protect
a place
her.
of love kind of thing.
Yeah, which is, again, like, it feels more like a guardian. What's somebody who's guardianed? Guardied?
Pretty guardian.
Guarded?
Sailor Moon?
Guarded person. Yeah, it's but then
which is sort of like what it is.
The humor between them, like, they clearly have like a history between the two of them as well. So I really like their dynamic between the two of them.
Yeah, I felt like I was the whole time kind of like similar to the mystery with Shade, where you're trying to figure out what's going on with him. I felt like the dynamic between them, it was like they seem to have clicked so well and seemingly out of nowhere that you're kind of like, you're really trying to I felt like I was constantly trying to figure out, like, okay, like, what's the deal with these two, like, what, like, they have good chemistry. I'm like, I want to learn more about why they have good chemistry. Like, what's really going on here? And it's like cool to kind of like see it also, like, you kind of get put into it midway through this relationship and you can kind of like see it develop from there, but you're also trying to piece together the retrospective parts of it too. And it's honestly a good formula. I like it a lot.
And the manga also does a very interesting thing where, like, it'll do like side chapters or like the title card thing where, like, it just like very briefly gives you like a slight little like backstory or like indicator of what's going on, but just enough to make you go, I want more.
Yeah. That was a nice sampler.
That was a nice sampler plate. Sample. Yeah.
You want the whole meal though.
Keep reading.
The meal will be presented. This is just the appetizer, the first course. Yeah. You have to stick around for the main course. You have to be willing to sit through the presentation. It's part of the art.
Yeah.
It's part of the art.
It's all a part. It's all a part of the show. You see.
Yeah. Yeah. I see how it goes, Jay.
Yeah.
I see what's happening.
But moving on to the production side of things, this will be like the art, the paneling, basically like the nitty gritty of making a manga presentation thing. And just the first one I want to ask is how is the art and panel composition? And like was it easy to understand what was going on while you're reading it, or did you like find yourself getting lost from time to time? I'll start with this one just because it's my thought, and I think that the manga itself is pretty. It has some cool action shots and stuff like that, but I did find times where I was like, wait, what's going on? Hold on, where are they in space?
I'm happy you pointed that out too. Yeah, sometimes it can be a little busy, I would say, with its paneling. It's got great like still shots, like you know, those badass like character close-ups. I think those are great. Like honestly, hands down, some of the best I've seen. Yeah. But some of the action shots, like some of the, you know, like mid-battle, she's like shooting a beam or something out of her umbrella. It can get a little, I'm having a tough time seeing exactly what's happening. But I don't know if that's just a common thing for me, where I have a tough time with like heavy action shots. I have a difficult time kind of making sense of them. But
I think all three of us had a bit of like,
right.
I found the action not the worst in this, actually. Like I thought it was like, definitely there's times I just find that in manga in general, like during action scenes, I'll kind of be like, what is going, hold on, what happened?
Yeah.
And I have to like basically almost like piece it together for a second. But I found it also did that with the non-action stuff a bit too, where like, it just seemed like it was like, sometimes it would like time travel almost. Like I just felt like I was like, okay, I feel like I just missed a page or something. And then no.
There were times where like, I just felt like while I was reading it, like the walls and of the building they were in just like came down and they were just like launched into space.
Yeah, they were
and
just
there was
in
like
the void.
there was no sense of like location or anything whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would kind of back out a little bit and say like it's not even just the action. I think of like when they're in school or something. There'll be like a drawing of them like sitting around a desk, but they're kind of like, it's the backgrounds. I think there's like not much going on in the background of anything to really give you a sense of where you are in space. It's got a void problem, I guess.
Yeah,
is kind of what I would say, where I kind of lose track of like, hold on, where is she right now? She's supposed to be inside this monster, but like, why is Shade still there? I thought Shade was like not there, but he's it's I
honestly felt like as I was reading this, I was like, this manga's kind of like almost designed to be like read quickly, if that makes sense.
Maybe.
Like it just seemed like you're kind of like almost not supposed to look that deep into it, but like when you're reading it for a review, you kind of do, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of the downside of reviewing something.
Yeah, I kind of came to the realization that like it was reading this was a lot more fun reading it as the chapters came out than reading it in bulk.
To have to reread it, especially, and in bulk.
It's kind of like a 90s action movie where it's like if you just watch it to have fun, it's good. But then it like when you dive into it and you're like analyzing like wait a minute, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But like does that ruin your enjoyment? We'll find out, right?
Yeah. But I try to like when I'm reviewing a manga, I'm trying to read it organically, you know? Like I don't want to get too in my way. But even that said, I found the actual composition of the panels themselves to be confusing, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the placement of the panels, like, you know, it's easy to follow, like, okay, like panel 1, panel 2, panel 3. It's just like sometimes to go from panel 1 to panel 2, I don't really know how we got there. I know the order I'm supposed to read them in, but I don't know what happened in between. There's no sense of like connectivity
sort of what I was saying
between
with
the panels.
Felt like I missed a page somewhere or something where I was kind of like, what? How did they? It just felt like I was kind of lost sometimes, and I had to like almost you piece it together when you kind of like take a second and slow down.
Yeah, and it was busy. I think if there was some background stuff, backgrounds can be busy. I think as long as the character work is pretty clean and tidy. It was clean, not tidy. Does that make sense? Yeah. It was just. It was sometimes it was like, whoa.
It wasn't minimalistic by any stretch.
No. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But just to clarify, overall, do we like the style of the manga?
I liked it. Like I like the style in the sense of like there's I guess a vision in what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just maybe that vision I'm having a tough time keeping it in order. But I think like we all are kind of having a tough time making sense of individual, like,
so I think like
certain individual aspects.
In terms of the art in a vacuum, I liked how the manga looked.
Yeah.
Like it's very cool art. I think that I like the character designs. They look very flashy and poppy and everything. But it just feels like this mangaka and maybe even the assistants, depending on how many assistants she has, are rather inexperienced in making a professional manga.
I'm interested to see like how this goes going forward. Because I mean, yeah, it could just be an inexperienced thing, like you said.
I'm interested to see how the style evolves as she matures as a creator.
Yeah,
is what I'll
I think that's a good
say.
take.
Yeah, I would echo that for sure.
Yeah.
Michael, I don't think we got your answer overall. How did you feel about the style?
I enjoyed it. I don't think it's like my favorite like art style, I would say. Like it's kind of just a little too, I don't know, bubbly maybe for me. It's just like there's something about this specific like look of, and honestly the only one that kind of bothered me was mostly shade. I don't know what like the fiends to me, I don't know, I just didn't find them, they didn't resonate with me for some reason. But like yeah, other than that, like everything looked good, and especially like Cole said, some of like the pop shots, like when they're like whenever she fires her dandelion magic beam or whatever, and those all look really, really good, and you can tell like they basically took their time with them and made sure they look good. But like overall, I just feel like when I think of the style of this, I can't help but just say like 7 out of 10. I don't know why that's like the ultimate summary in my head. It just feels like that's how I describe it. It's like, it's very good, not anything I would like put on frame and put on the wall.
There are certain panels that are drawn very well that make a 14-year-old girl look like a badass.
Yeah.
And those are some of my favorite panels. What I will say though, something Mike said just made me think of it. Like the magical girls are like highly designed, where the fiends are almost under-designed. Like you look at Shade and he's kind of just like
a shadow.
Yeah. There's not much like going on there. Whereas you look at like Botan, or you look at Tonpopo, like their magical girl designs are very like, you know, extra and I don't want to say overly designed, because they're not overly designed, but they're definitely more work was put into their designs, which is probably intentional.
Yeah,
they're magical girls. They're supposed to look.
I did like the contrast to that though. Like Shade in like he's a shadow creature, and that's kind of like his thing. So like I didn't want him to be as like extravagant as the magical girls, because like why overdo it when you can keep it simple?
Yeah, no, it's for sure intentional, and I don't think that it's a bad thing. It was just something I just wanted to point out too.
And I think the inexperienced thing is a real thing, because when I look at the staff, the story and art by Kairu Mizoho and the assistant there, like this is literally basically the only thing they've ever done, according to AniList anyway. It's a good take, Jay.
Yeah. But moving on, the other part of production is length. And in terms of this manga, it is a longer manga, page per chapter, compared to stuff like Demon Slayer or Ichi the Witch other things like that.
Yeah.
Your typical weekly shonen stuff. Did
Slop.
we feel... Sorry?
Slop. You can say it, Jay. You can say it.
Ichi's not slop.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
How dare you?
I'm just kidding. I'm being
But like,
facetious.
yeah, the chapters were like 35 to 40 pages, or like some of them were 50 pages. And like generally, like a typical Shonen Jump chapter is like 17 to 25 in that range, right?
Around
So
there.
The chapters were definitely longer. I'm just curious. Like,
they're like a
yeah,
monthly. They're a monthly manga length, basically.
Yeah.
For a bi-weekly manga. The thing I'm gonna propose here is, do we enjoy that longer runtime, or did it begin to slog and drag on, and do we wish like, oh, it would keep going, or were we like, oh, I'm glad it's longer? I'll throw it to Mike here.
Yeah. The reason I kind of wanted to talk about this is I just feel like this was a much better way to do manga, honestly. I felt like it actually gave it enough like air and screen time to like actually tell us more satisfying and complete story in each chapter, that like it didn't feel like you were like just getting to a part and then it was like, okay, next chapter. You know, like sometimes when you're like, for example, like let's say you're reading Jujutsu Kaisen or something, and it's like a battle will be like 49 chapters long, and it's like, but
it's spread out
just
over,
like,
yeah.
It just seems like, it's just like every chapter has to end on kind of a cliffhanger, and it just feels like you're like constantly like start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, and it's just like, I felt like by giving it a little more like, all right, you got basically two chapters in one, I felt like it kind of just flowed a little better. And honestly, I would really like to see a lot more manga kind of take this. I'm just going to put it out here. Jay, what magazine is this in? I'm looking.
Shokomi?
Follow their lead. Follow Shokomi's lead in this one. I think it's a nice way to do it, honestly. It was a good amount of content per chapter, I would say. What do you think, Cole?
Well, I mean, they benefit from, having a semi-monthly release. So they can flesh out the chapters a bit more. Overall, I found this to be an easy read. Like, having the longer chapters didn't bother me at all. And it's probably going off of what Mike said. Like, I'd rather have fewer long chapters that keep me invested than many little chapters that, we kind of have that stop, go. Because every, you're even when you're reading a manga weekly or something like that, every chapter kind of starts with a
almost like a
pseudo summary of the previous chapter, at least to kind of like bring you back in. And when you're reading it in the way that we are, where we're binging it, it kind of it feels sloggy sometimes, where this, like, I felt it flowed more. Like I found myself,
it really did.
I read this over 3 days, so like I kind of split it up into approximately 5 chapters per day. I found myself getting to the 6th and being like, I'll read another chapter. It was an easy read for me. Yeah.
I kind of echo that. So first of all, I'm going to say, like, for weekly magazines, you don't need to do more. I get it. You're already dying as it is. You don't need to do double the work each week.
Yeah. If you're a weekly magazine, you could just have, hey, this week's One Piece, next week's Demon Slayer, like.
Yeah, it's just it's the nature of the beast, I think. Yeah.
But what I will say is, like, I'll use an analogy to describe how it feels for chapter length. With reading a longer chapter, it's like you're taking your first dip in the pool when you get to like either your own private pool or a public pool. You dip your toe in, you're like, oh, the water's like a little cool, but like I can get used to it.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice, and you slowly ease yourself into the pool, and you're in there, and then you start to take a swim, and you're like, oh, I'm into this. Okay.
I like
and like
this.
by the time the longer chapter ends, you're like, oh, I had a satisfying little swim there. Whereas with the weekly length, you're like, you dip your toe in, you're like slowly starting to ease in there. Oh, time to get out. You gotta go eat something or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, but I was just getting into this.
I just got comfortable.
Yeah, you gotta go. Okay, everybody out. You gotta go grab a sandwich, put some chips in it. Because it's the traditional eating food when you're swimming.
So you're like, oh, okay. And then
okay,
you go
fine.
out and like, you're like, oh, I'm like, my feet are kind of dripping wet, but whatever. I'll have my sandwich and then I'll get back into that pool.
Mhm.
And like rinse, repeat for like 10 chapters.
Yeah, you can't really. Yeah, you don't feel like you're ever really in it sometimes.
Yeah.
There are, of course, always going to be exceptions to the weekly manga. I mean, of course, there's
Mhm.
great weekly manga as well.
Yeah.
It's no poo-poo to it, but I think we all have the same sense where it's you feel like you can immerse yourself more in these longer chapters.
Especially when you go to another chapter for a weekly manga and like the first little bit is just like a recap.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. But like at the same time, I will just throw out like, I don't necessarily think like a lot of monthly releases are almost too long of chapters.
They can
you
be.
know?
Yeah, they almost have like an intimidation factor to them.
Yeah.
Because,
Like, I
you'll
don't know,
look and be
there's-
like 70 pages. You're like, do I got time for 70 pages?
Yeah, you know, like 40, like that's a nice, 40 to 50 is a nice
It's
number,
It's a
actually.
nice number. Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good. I
It
like
feel
this
good.
pool.
It felt good.
I like
It felt
this
good to
pool
read.
we're in. Yeah.
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 So that concludes our production aspect of it, and now we're gonna get into like the plot. This is the story aspect of it. This is the literature aspect of reading a manga. And I think the first question that we can look at here is just a general look at the plot and was it easy to understand?
Mm-hmm.
Was it or were you just like, wait, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll throw this one. I think this one was Cole's.
I added it in. It's just kind of like a general, basic plot question.
Yeah.
I think it lends itself, like going back to what we were just talking about, being able to immerse yourself in it more. Was the plot easy to understand? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
super easy. I didn't feel lost in terms of like what we're trying to do, in spite of the art sometimes leaving me kind of confused about where we are in space. I knew where we were in terms of the story. Like I knew what our end goal was. I didn't feel like, wait, why are we doing this? Like it was able to lead me by the hand in a comfortable way, in spite of it sometimes being a little chaotic around me. Like I knew what our end goal was at all times. Yeah. What did you think though, Michael?
I basically agree with you. Like I felt like, so like I guess I'll drop the curtain here a little bit. As I read all of this, I read up to the 25th chapter that was out or whatever, and like I just feel like it does handle the reveals and all that like in a good way, that it just kind of fit. It kind of took the Demon Slayer, like I said earlier, like strategy of like kind of just like drop the curtain and show the backstory for the bad guy or like a character as there's like a big event happening, which is like, let's be real, Demon Slayer is popular for a reason. That formula works. Like it's very engaging to like have this big climax moment, and then it kind of like basically leaves you floating in the air for a second as you like take in this little bit of backstory, and then it just back in the action,
Yeah.
And I felt like it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Did I think it was a little corny at times? Maybe, but that's fine.
I think the length also lends to it being able to do that in a more comfortable way, where like Demon Slayer, you'd have like a chapter of it being like that omnipresent view where you're like viewing the backstory of a demon, and that would take up a whole chapter, right?
Yeah.
Or not even a whole chapter. Like you'd have to go through like 5 chapters to get through the backstory.
Yeah. Where this, like, because it's fairly long chapters, not long, lengthier, it allowed you to go in and then back out into the main story. It just felt more organic to kind of take that detour and come back. It didn't feel like very jumbly.
Yeah. I think like in terms of a story, like it's a very bog standard Shojo shonen romp. That like it doesn't really introduce anything so high concept that it'll go right over your head or anything. It's pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think like, yeah. Was it easy to understand? Yeah. It doesn't really do anything to trip you up.
Yeah.
But just want to take a look at the other things that we have here.
Mhm.
In terms of the plot, how do we feel about like the reveals in the manga? We'll use Shade's history and backstory as an example, or like the truths of the fiends. How do we feel about like those reveals, Cole?
Yeah. This was my question. And I'm just curious because it's like Shade's history is kind of suggested fairly early on. Like I'd say pretty heavily about like who he was prior to what he is now. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Like it's interesting that they kind of just like show you, and there's not really much like pomp and ceremony behind like it doesn't explicitly say that that's what he was and that like he had a history with certain other characters beforehand, but it's hinted at pretty heavily. But it doesn't feel like there's kind of this like weight to it. It's just kind of like, here you go. Here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is. And I kind of appreciate them doing that. Because on the other hand, like when it's revealed about kind of the what fiends actually are overall, that feels a little corny, to be honest. Like it feels a little like tropey. Yeah, I would say like, oh yeah, of course that's what the fiends are. Duh. We've seen this a million times. So like it's kind of both sides of the coin a little bit. Like on the one hand, we get a reveal that's kind of just like, here it is. And then on the other hand, we get a reveal where it's like, here's the most obvious thing that could possibly happen. I don't know. I'm asking the question, but I kind of want to get your guys' insight to maybe lead me in one direction.
So I will say, like, at the same time as the reveal being like what it is, I think that the way that they handled the reveal for what the shades are, or what the
fiends are,
was interesting, just because like it could have just said like, oh yeah, they're whatever, like this is what they are. But they do it in a way where like you still get to feel an emotional weight behind it.
Sure. Yeah.
Because there's something that happens in the story where it affects Tampopo personally as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like they could have just like said like, oh, they're this is what the fiends are, and like it's just like a random like just outburst of whatever, and it has no impact on the characters.
Mm-hmm.
But it at least tries to make you go like, oh, that's what they are. Oh, she has a struggle here because this is what's going on.
Yeah. There's incentive for her to try to.
There's motivation, but like there's also like a sense of sympathy there.
Yeah, and there's motivation for her to not just like outright destroy the fiends. She wants to do something else instead. I'm tiptoeing around spoilers. I know it's introduced pretty early, but like it's a pretty major plot point. It gives more of an incentive to that.
It helps fuel her motivation, and when she makes that motivation choice, it's understandable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then like with the stuff with Shade, with his backstory, like we get like little snippets of who he was, like of his backstory, but like I'm like it doesn't like super connect him to Tanpopo in the way where I'd see him like want to be by her side all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So like
that's true. Yeah.
I'm still like it with those backstories, it feels more like a like there are two parallel stories running at the same time, and we're slowly trying to bridge that gap.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like I said, I asked this question kind of to get your guys' sense of it. I like that idea. Yeah, it reveals a little bit of the backstory, but it's not a connection between the two stories, and we're still waiting for that connection to see why Shade is so possessive is the wrong word, protective of Tanpopo.
Yeah. That was almost the mystery that I felt like I was trying to figure out while I was reading this, is like, what's really the deal here? And like, what I feel like there's got to be some sort of connection, because they haven't shown much about the actual like inciting incident of their friendship. Just kind of like said what happened in a very like matter of fact, here's just what happened.
He kind of just
I feel like there's going to be I feel like there's like eventually going to be like a little like flashback arc where like you actually find out the real deal, and like I feel like there's probably more to the story that we're not getting. Is kind of the impression I get, and I was feeling like I was just wanting to know what that was, and we never really got there yet.
I will say, like, so far in the story, I'm batting like 90 for like my predictions on it. So like I have a feeling
it's pretty predictable.
I have a feeling I kind of know what what led to Shade being kind of protective over Tanpopo. So like that's kind of a downside, I would say, to the manga, is it's pretty predictable. Like I'm
curious to, like, after we record, maybe we all share our thoughts on where it's gonna go with that. I have a pretty good theory too. I feel like is probably.
We could also just do a spoiler section.
We could,
if we wanted to.
Yeah, not yet though.
Not yet,
though. Don't worry.
We still
no, not yet.
Don't turn it off. Don't turn it off.
No. We'll give you plenty of warning. I think we're being pretty good for not spoiling anything so far. I would be interested to do kind of a spoiler discussion at the end of this.
But Mike was kind of leading into the next one of how this compares to other magical girls in the genre. What it does, what does this do differently, and what's familiar? Cole kind of touched on it a little bit too, but I'll throw it to Mike because I've been throwing it to Cole a lot.
Sure. I feel like we kind of like in our comparison section kind of covered a lot of this one, but I think the thing that it like kind of borrowed successfully from Madoka Magica, which is kind of like, in my mind, I'm probably wrong about this, but I feel like it's the original like true dark magical girl subversion of the genre a little bit.
Popularized it, like, for sure.
Yeah. That like, because remember it was like 2011. That was like 15 years ago. We're old. I think that's one thing that it borrowed successfully that I feel like has become a staple trope in the magical girl genre, that like Tanpopo kind of has like this dark past, and like because of these awful circumstances she's in, she's kind of blossomed into this beautiful flower, like, see, that's a metaphor, hey? And like even all like the magical girls have flower names, and there's sort of like, that's just like a very like obvious imagery that happens a lot in magical girls, is like the blossoming of a flower, this coming of age of a young girl discovering her powers as she grows up in these terrible circumstances. I think that's one magical girl thing that it's like it does really well. What about you, Jay?
I think like for what it does well with magical girls is like it takes the idea of magical girls and like makes it its own in a way where like it's not a it's not a flowery shoujo thing, which like I say that, but it literally is a flowery shoujo thing. But I mean that in the sense of like it has more of an edge to it. There like we said it a lot in this review, but it feels a lot more shonen-y than other magical girl stuff, like your Sailor Moons and Cardcaptor Sakura, which Cardcaptor Sakura was like kind of changed in the West to be a bit more shonen-y because for Cardcaptors. But it didn't start out as one. And this just feels more like if someone said like, what would you change to make it suitable for a shonen manga? I'd say like not much.
Yeah,
honestly.
Not much. This could really go into a shonen magazine, to be honest.
Yeah. I was surprised to like see that it wasn't, to be honest with you, because it just feels like a shonen through and through.
Yeah, just with
Like, it feels like it's targeted pretty much to anybody, honestly.
It's a shonen battle manga with the magical girl hat. There's not much more I could add to this, and we're kind of leading into the next question. Like, this borrows a lot from shonen tropes, which I think go to its benefit. Like, I think it helps it out, and like, does it compare to other magic? Yeah, of course it does. There's magical girls. They fight evil. It's even got kind of that corporate aspects, like magical girl Lumiere kind of thing that's hinted at, where these magical girls are work in organizations. Maybe a little My Hero Academia in there a little bit too, kind of with the hero organizations and stuff that they work for. It's quite different, but not too different. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not so different that it's off-putting, but it's different that it's refreshing. Yeah.
Different good, not different bad.
It's different in a good way.
Not to put it in monkey terms.
Good different, not bad different. Ooga booga.
Or like my 2-year-old daughter's terms. You're basically a monkey at 2 years old. So,
yeah. We're all just apes, you know. We're all just apes. Yeah.
Ape together strong.
That's right. We are living proof of that. Humanity.
Ooga booga.
Humanity, the strongest ape.
But we were so we kind of tiptoed around it. That Magical Girl Dandelion takes a lot of inspiration from shonen manga. It's very much like a shoujo manga with a shonen manga hat. But does it veer too much into shonen? Is it too shonen for its own good, or like, does the shonen aspect of it help? Would you say, Cole?
Yeah. Short answer, like, does it veer too far into shonen? Short answer, no. It's fine.
Whoa.
Yeah,
it's on that one.
It's totally, I think it borrows just enough from shonen tropes that it doesn't feel like it's just a shonen manga. Like, I feel like it's the best of both worlds, I would say. Like, it feels like a shoujo manga, but it also feels like a shonen manga. It's just it melded those two worlds together in a nice way that I don't want to say like made it more than the sum of its parts, but because like I don't think it's that good. Hold on, I don't think it's that good, everybody. But I think it does a good job.
To say is like it took elements, the good parts it needed from both.
Yeah, and it made something that's also good. It's as good as the sum of its parts, I would say. It's not reductive.
Like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah. Mike, you get it. You understand.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. If I had to say my thoughts on the question, like, does it veer too far into shonen territory? I kind of like almost question the premise of this question. Essentially, is that like in my world, I don't think I don't think the artist should be concerned too heavily about a question like that. You know, like I think they should just write a good story and like keep in mind that it's for young people. Yeah. And like, I honestly don't really understand the real, like, it's almost like it's to me, it's like saying like, is this story not for girls or is it for boys? And it's like, it could, I don't know. It's for both. Like, what does it matter? Almost, you know, like that's kind of how I feel. It seems like a stupid answer to this almost. Like, I feel dumb saying it a little, but that's sort of like, I just feel like it's almost,
I think that's the logical answer to it. I think what my question, like the reason I asked the question is some people may be looking for like the stereotypical shoujo magical girl manga. Yeah. And maybe turned off by us saying that it borrows from shonen elements. So like, I guess my question is like, should that be a turnoff for somebody who's looking for column A? And they may be too concerned that they're borrowing too far from column B.
I would say like if you're coming into this expecting to be reading Nana or something, then yeah, you're probably going to be a little put off probably. But I think when you look at the tin of this one, you can kind of tell that's not what you're getting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it's not. It shouldn't be a turnoff. I think it's fine. Yeah. Jay,
what do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I don't think it should be a turnoff. But I will say, like, I'm trying to pick my words carefully here.
Mm-hmm. Say it, King. Yeah.
I think that if you are going into this, you should at least know that it's not going to be as like that there is that edge to it.
Mm-hmm.
And like to be fair, a lot of young girls in Japan are shonen fans now, and that's kind of why this happened. Like I think like My Hero Academia, for example, is like huge with girls in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's why you get stuff like this.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for like the classic Mahou Shoujo stuff of yesteryear, you're gonna get something a little bit different, but it's gonna have that taste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we all kind of just agree, like
we sort of all kind of
doesn't borrow too much. It borrows just the right amount. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah. And then final thing before we get into our final thoughts and ratings, the evergreen question that we always ask with a manga review: would this work as an anime, and what studio are we giving it to?
Mm-hmm.
Mike,
would it work as an anime? Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to the anime because it will get an anime eventually. Yeah, it's like this. Let's be real. This is definitely anime. This is so anime coded. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Another manga recommendation I can think of is like Black Torch, which when we read it, we were like, this is obviously getting an anime kind of thing. You know, like you could just picture it. It's even like storyboarded like one. And like the problems we have with like the storyboarding and like the actual flow of the panels, that'll get fixed in an anime.
Yeah, that can be easily
hopefully
fixed in an anime. Yeah. I think like we all agree this would make a good anime.
I think we all agree this probably will be an anime at some point.
The question is, who's your dream studio to do this, though, Mike?
Yeah. Like selfishly, I would love to see like I just want to say like Trigger or something like that. But I think the actual answer is like a JC Staff or something like that are probably the ones who would really take this on. You know what? Nah, screw it. I'm gonna go like totally Dark Horse. Let's go like truly off the board and like make you sick to your stomachs with my answer. I want Studio Go Hands to get their hands on this one.
Well, okay. I mean, it would adapt the confusion of the
it would be a faithful adaptation.
It would be. Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it. Go Hands isn't bad at adapting certain stories.
Mm-hmm.
They might, maybe.
No, they wouldn't do a good job of this. They can't. It's not possible. Like Wit Studio, something like that, maybe. I could see them doing a good adaptation of this. Yeah. Go Heads is a funnier answer, though, so that's what I'm going with. Because it'd be hilarious. Yeah, I could just shade with like shadows flying off of him in every direction.
hair going everywhere.
Why does he have so much hair? What's going on?
The camera's like in one of the shadows of his body.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Moving around as the
camera's in Shade's butthole. What's happening right now? Jay, what do you think? What should this be adapted by? When it inevitably gets adapted.
I'm going to throw out the correct answer. I want Madhouse to do this.
That was
give me like the Free Ren team.
You know what, Jay? You know what I want to see? Yeah. I want Madhouse to do it, but I want them to go retro. I want them to adapt it. Like we're seeing Goodbye Laura this year, you know, where they're kind of leaning into that retro aesthetic. Go with the Cardcaptor Sakura aesthetic.
That would be cool.
Like that really
cool.
Dark, rich kind of.
Would you want Kinema Citrus to do it then?
No, Madhouse did Cardcaptor
They did
Sakura.
Cardcaptor, but like I'm talking about like Sayonara Lara.
Oh, maybe, but I mean, like Cardcaptor Sakura, like one of the huge things I like about it is just how like rich and dark everything is. Do you know what I mean? Like that first episode of Cardcaptor Sakura, where she's like, she leaves their house and she goes out to the park to fight. It's the wind card, I think.
It's the fly card.
Yeah, and it's so like the dark sky and everything. Like it's just very. The only word I can think of is like it's very rich. Like it feels thick and meaty. That's what I want to see. That's what I think we need with this one. But I mean, this is your answer, so I'm going to have to think of something else. So, I would love to see Madhouse do this, whether it's in the free run style or them going back to their roots with like Cardcaptor Sakura. Yeah,
I think this one could almost. It's pretty. I feel like it's probably could be done by almost anyone. Genuinely,
yeah, except for Go.
Like I don't think it specifically screams one specific studio. So
yeah, I just think of like anyway. You know, Madhouse. They've got
there's ones that would be better for sure.
The pedigree, where like they made my favorite magical girl anime. Jay's watching it right now. It just feels like the right answer. But I'm gonna go with the correct answer. What will do it? And that's Cloverworks.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. That was the first name that popped into my head, actually.
Cole, you know, it would be a really cool studio to do it, unironically, actually.
Shaft?
Studio Shaft, yeah.
Shaft would be cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, anything Shaft does is cool.
Yeah, but just like Akiyuki Shimbo's style.
Oh,
like kind of in the style of magical Madoka Magica.
Yeah, that's my answer. I'm taking that.
You can't take that.
I'm taking that one.
I have another one actually that I think would be pretty nice is Cygames Pictures.
Cygames.
It came to me as we were talking about this. Like I'm thinking of Summer Hikaru Died a little bit. That like kind of a crazy aesthetic with all like I could see the shade being done in a cool way by them, and I feel like they're kind of at a nice point in their game right now. I could see that working quite well actually.
Or the new hotness. Science Saru would be cool.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, now we're just a good studio.
I feel like
well, we've done every studio, but Ufotable should do it.
Mappa should do it.
Mappa should do it.
Get Mappa to do it.
Mappa's falling off.
Mappa's they would do a good job too. I think any of the big studios would. We're not saying KyoAni though. I just want to point that out.
I will say, like, I'm surprised neither of you have said KyoAni because I feel like you always say KyoAni for this section, but I'm surprised a little bit because I feel like they would be okay with this. I don't think it's in there quite in there.
Yeah, it's just not in their wheelhouse.
I don't think it's...
Yeah. It doesn't have the Moe blob in it.
Yeah. Well, they could.
But we've also established that they don't really have a wheelhouse. Like, we did Beyond the Boundary, right?
Yeah, but like that looks like a KyoAni anime, you know?
It also, like, the main girl in that is kind of like Moe blob that fits their vibe.
Like KyoAni anime for the most part look like KyoAni. Like what's the one this season? Sparks of Tomorrow.
Sparks of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Sparks of Tomorrow, the character designs look a lot like Beyond the Boundary.
Well, I mean, it's always the same character designer.
Yeah. But I mean, they also do like Nichijou, right? Which is like, it doesn't look like a KyoAni anime. Or
and then Ruri
Dragon or the other dragon one. Mike, help me.
Dragon Maid?
Dragon Maid.
Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Yeah. Like those don't really look like KyoAni anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but I feel like this show, like if you found out like, I don't know, Studio Dean or something, or like, I don't know, TMS Entertainment was doing it, you wouldn't be like, oh, well, it's screwed, you know? Like, I feel like a B tier studio or even a C tier studio could get this and it would be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Production IG? Speaking of S tier studios.
Actually, I probably would leave them. I'm sure they'd do it fine, but it just doesn't feel like they're...
It doesn't feel like it.
This is not their...
Yeah, they need that sci-fi aesthetic. Yeah, this doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Well, boys,
I think the right answer is Madhouse. Jay.
Well, boys, before we can ramble on about this forever, but
let's just name every anime studio.
Let's just name every studio to prove we're real anime fans.
Yeah.
You're an anime fan? Name every anime.
Who's your favorite director?
Who's your favorite director? No, we're gonna get into our final thoughts and ratings for Magical Girl Dandelion, and as always, the person who picked this manga gets to go last. So I'm going
So
last.
lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna throw it to I'll throw it to Mike.
Oh, okay. I got to go first. Okay, I'm going to steal Cole's move a little bit here. I'm going to give my rating up first.
It's
I think.
not-
I'm
It's a
gonna
nice
steal
move.
Cole's move. You guys said it all. We said nothing yet.
Yeah, you guys have really said it all. Oh yeah, sorry. No, like I think, like obviously I read all of this,
Mm-hmm.
right? So obviously I enjoyed it. I would give it a very, very strong tickle of my jimmies for this one. I think is where I'd slot this one into my pantheon of manga I've read. At no point was I like at no point did I have a bad time while reading this,
Hmm.
but also at no point did I think like this has changed my view on society. This is like this is not going in. At no point was I like this deserves to be in my top 10
Mhm.
of any, or even like top 20. Even like I felt like it was very, very incredibly serviceable and entertaining and fun, but like it lacks that thing that's going to put it into the stratosphere. We might get there eventually. You know, it's probably locked away in that backstory between the two leads there. But like at this point, I just give it a strong tickle my jimmies. Strong old tickle of my jimmies.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Cole, tell us. Now, steal my move. Tell us your rating up front.
Well, your move is the correct move, inarguably. I would give it. I think I'm a little cooler on it. I'll give it a strong considerate, like very high considerate. I think it does things well that it goes out and does. It borrows from shonen in a nice, refreshing way. It can be a bit grating on the eyes at times,
Oh,
but on the other side of things, it can be incredibly pleasurable to the eyes.
ooh, yeah, it can.
So like you really do get best of both worlds. The story is pretty formulaic. It's not breaking any new grounds or it's coloring well within the lines. But the lines that it's made are pretty nice. So yeah, I'd say strong considerate. If you're looking for like a refreshing shoujo magical girl manga that will undoubtedly be animated and everybody will say, wow, this is a really good anime, you can say, I read the manga first. You can be that guy. And
It's always satisfying to be that guy.
It is satisfying. I'm doing that right now with smoking behind the supermarket with you.
I was on to this before you guys were.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
Come to this side. Jay, what is your final rating?
Yeah. Magical Girl Dandelion is a manga that I went into when I read thinking like, oh, I love it. It's so unique, so creatively interesting, and I can't find fault in it. Then I turned on my brain because I had to read it for a review, and my world came crashing down a little bit, which is
Dang it.
kind of upsetting.
Yeah.
Because it does have problems. The layout of the comic itself is kind of hard to follow at times. Despite it having like very pretty art from time to time, it also can sometimes be like, wait, where are they? What's going on? I like the character designs. The character of Shade is very interesting, and I'm very intrigued to see where that goes. I love its take on the magical girl concept, but I don't think it's going to change it's not going to change your life. So where I might have rated it higher before doing the review, I think I'd give it like a soft tickles my jimmies, kind of in between.
Oh, I didn't expect to be the highest on this one.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. We're all kind of in and around that same
Yeah.
area, but yeah, interesting. Are you going to keep up with it? Are you going to continue it, Jay?
Yes.
Okay. Mike, are you going to continue it?
It's
Oh,
Mike?
yeah. I was going to let Jay finish. Yeah, I probably will endeavor to try to keep up with this one. But like the thing is, like I just basically like forget to keep up with stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to fall in that camp, like Itchy the Witch, where it's like, oh, I want to read more of it. And I just haven't because I just do other things instead. Yeah.
Sorry, Jay. I did cut you off. You're going to continue it.
Yeah. I'm difficult to. A manga has to do a lot to make me want to drop it.
Right. Yeah. I think I'll catch up. I think so. It was an easy read. So
yeah.
And we're basically halfway through. There's not that many chapters out, so now's the time to get in on it, ladies and gentlemen. I guess
while the getting's good.
I guess it's my job right now to tell you what our next manga review is going to be.
You do have a manga to tell us about, Cole.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
You asked me to pick out a manga.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. And I was thinking.
Uh-oh. It's never good when Cole's thinking.
And I picked one out. Did you see that? I made you think I wasn't going to pick a manga, but then I did.
And instead I picked an anime.
And instead I picked a CD for us to review.
And instead I picked The Funnies.
We are reviewing The Family Circus. No, I picked out a manga. I've spoken about this one before on the podcast, and let me tell you, I am not beating the furry allegations, ladies and gentlemen. I went out and I picked out Hitoner, which is a new manga. As of right now, I believe there's 8 chapters out as of recording. So it's
Hitoner.
It's a fairly quick one. You can read it on the Shonen Plus, Manga Plus app. So fairly easy to find and read. Basically, it's just a celebration of humanity from an outsider's perspective, I would say. And
a synopsis: a single human Earthling arrives on an isolated planet inhabited by beastkin, Cole, known as Chemo, who are shaken at their core to the sight of their first Hito, which is Japanese for human. Thus does their society begin to transform, spurred on by this interspecies exchange. Does he review the other species? Is that what this is all about? Is it like an interspecies reviewers type situation?
No, it's a wholesome manga. Like I said,
wholesome.
Read it. Read it. You'll see. You guys will see.
On the whole.
You guys will see. It's a celebration
like how Dumbledore asked Harry if he put his name in the goblet of fire calmly.
Yeah, he asked him calmly. No, it's like I said, it's a celebration of humanity and it's good points. It's achievements. Yeah. It's a very surprisingly heartwarming manga. So I'm excited for you guys to take part in this. Mike,
it's interesting.
Mike, it's been a while, and I'm curious if you know what we're reviewing next. It is in the doc, so I want you to tell us what our next anime review is.
Hi, yes, we are. Oh, interesting. I've learned just now what our next review is. And you too, listener, will learn just now what our next review is. Our next review is a little known property known as Uma Musume Pretty Derby Season 2, which honestly has been on my plan to watch list, similar like I was talking about with Itchy the Witch, where like I've been wanting to watch this for like a long time, and it's just there's always something else to watch.
See, the thing is, I get
a good excuse. When
I get to pick out anime and I get to pick out manga, it's really a method of forcing Jay to watch things that I want him to watch.
Yeah. It's a tool.
And that's what it's all about. I just want
It's really all it is. It's just getting me to experience things that I haven't yet.
I know Jay enjoys Uma Musume, Cinderella Grey, and I think this is just superior. But we will find out when we review it what everyone else thinks about it, because I've gone off and I've told everybody what I think.
We know what you think about it.
Yeah.
We know what you think about it anyway.
So all of that said, I just want to also say we're going to be at Icon this coming weekend on the 17th. So come say hi. We would love to see you in person, see your smiling faces, and you can see our frowning, angry faces.
Grouchy.
No, we'll be
Scared,
very, very smiley and happy.
We will
to
be
see all of
smiley
you.
on Friday, and then get more and more tired as the weekend goes on.
And by day 3, we will be hiding underneath the table.
No, there's that hump. There's that hump, like kind of midway through Saturday where like you get that second wind. So that's what we're looking forward to. Well, gentlemen, do you want to do spoilers, or do you want me to just wrap this up? Because we're getting pretty long here in the tooth.
I think we can just wrap it up.
Okay, come talk to us on Discord if you want to discuss this further. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of AniPro. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend about us. If you really like us, why don't you consider supporting us on Patreon like these lovely people: Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Braindead B-Dog, Kratos, Mogmog, Uncle of Light, Zaffron, Genus 26, and Taco. By supporting us on Patreon, you get access to all sorts of perks, and it really helps out the show. So it's a win-win. It's a plus. We're also on social media at AniProPod, and please join our Discord community to keep up with us and other listeners. Links to everything is in the description, or their website, anipropod.com. Michael, I would love you to lead us in a round of bye-byes.
Yes. Well. Okay. I'll think of. Give me a second.
It's all good. It's all good. You're out of practice.
I'm a little out of practice. I'm a little rusty.
It's okay.
Part-timer. Oh God, this is just too much.
It's a lot of pressure. I know.
God damn it. Bye-bye.
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 I guess. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.